Here we go. Here we go. I want to make sure we're good. Okay, I'm gonna let people get in here first. People already saying stuff on Twitter. I want to say this. What are they saying on my browser? Let me see. Let's see here real quick. All right, let me see if we're good. Let's see if we're good. If we're good. Not my bad, bigger. Okay. So we're live. Let's see. We got 3 people in here. Hey, can y'all let me know if the stream is good, though? I'm here early. What up, Tay? Hey, let me know if the stream is good. Let me know. Y'all can hear me and everything before we get into this. I'm here early. No money spent. Hey, you know how it is with me on Madden. But look, they finally revealing gameplay. I don't know who we're reacting to first, chat. What up, Marlon? Hey, chat, are we good on the mic? Is the mic good? Is the mic good? Please let me know. Let me know. Because when I get into what I have to say, you good? I appreciate it. So, right now, I haven't seen any of these videos yet. I've seen, like, the thumbnails, but they finally revealed gameplay, y'all. Now, look, before I even get to this gameplay, because this really is, at this point, a reaction, I want to say this.
Motion detected at the front door.
As y'all hear Siri talking, right? Or Alexa talking. Shout out to Alexa, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Me and Alexa on good terms. But look, I want to say this. Before everybody goes to my comments and says, like, oh, bro, how do you feel? Listen, I'm going to tell y'all once again. I still feel the same way. I don't think y'all really don't understand that the last couple of 2Ks were not only frustrating to me, but it was like, it made me very upset. Okay, so, and the main issue was the gameplay, right? And the key word was it wasn't consistent. Okay, so whatever they're about to show us, what up, Kaz? Whatever they're about to show us, I'm probably gonna still have the same opinion because my expectations are at this point. It's like you've already seen the story before, but let's see what they got. Let's see what Joe Knows got. We're gonna start with Joe Knows and we're gonna move on. Y'all let me know after what y'all want to react to next. Okay, shout out to Joe Knows. I see him sub. You know, I actually respect Joe Knows. He, you know, a good content creator. He keep it real. Let me know if you want me to put the full volume up too. Full volume or not, or is it too loud?
What's that? The highly anticipated annual gameplay breakdown video. We're going to be going over everything gameplay related inside this video when it comes to NBA 2K26. We'll be talking about the no RNG pure green window shooting from both 3-point and mid-range. We're going to be talking about the new custom layups and how consistent we think those are going to be. The new dunk meter. We're able to see the green window again, but is it any good? We're going to be talking about dribbling. Can tall build speed boost again? Of course, we've got to cover on-ball defense for all you locks out there. Paint defense, rebounding. We got everything you need when it comes to 2K26 gameplay. I'm also going to be posting some unedited, raw, full game online user versus user gameplay here shortly, so stay on the lookout for
like this stuff right here. And I don't mean to pause it, y'all, but I know y'all gonna ask me how you feel about this. If they allow you to do this stuff in the game, people are going to complain. I'm just telling y'all how I feel. You know what I'm saying? They're going to complain. Like I was on Twitter and people are already complaining. The game not even out yet. And this is what I'm talking about with the consistency part. Will it be consistent? All of this sound good, but will it be consistent?
that. But take a second, drop a like on the video for me. Let's try to get this video
To be honest, I like the scoreboard. 610 momentum.
to 20,000 likes, and let's get into this NBA 2K26 gameplay breakdown. Alright, first things first, all the play now clips in this video are on Hall of Fame difficulty. We're going to start off with some dribbling in the Learn 2K core. I don't know what the difficulty was on in there because whites were going in, but
Wait,
the play...
is that my computer or is that the game lagging? How is the community day lag? Hold on. How is the community day lagging? Like, what? Speed is on normal. How is the community day stuff lagging?
All the play now clips in this video are on Hall of Fame difficulty. We're going to start off with some dribbling in the Learn 2K core. I don't know what the difficulty was on in there because whites were going in. But
all right, so we got some comments. So Segment says people always complain that's nothing new. The dribbling will be nerfed by week 3. I just feel like it's not going to be consistent, and that's why the game has been bad. It's not consistent. It's been inconsistent.
The play now clips are all on Hall of Fame. All right, let's start this off with dribbling. A lot of questions to be answered here, a lot of clips here for you to enjoy. Let's talk about it. First thing to remember, these are NBA players. They do not have optimized SIGs. You cannot change their SIGs. They have whatever they have. Durant has Durant SIGs. De'Aaron Fox has De'Aaron Fox SIGs, etc. But the gameplay you're going to see tomorrow, I can't really speak on it, but it's with the My Players, and in the test builder, you could change your
Might be YouTube. No, that's good on my end now. I think it was just a community day thing that they were showing.
SIGs, and it is a night and day difference from how the NBA players move to how you can move when you're able to change your SIGs. But this will give you at least a general idea of how it looks and, you know, how people are bursting. And obviously I know a lot of people from my channel are going to be like, bro, like, are the big builds bursting again? And yes, you can speed boost on big builds. It's a night and day difference between 2K25 and 2K26. And people might say, oh, what about the small guards? And
I like how you can burst out of moves though. Here's my thing. Because with this telling me the meta going to be big builds, but guess what? People are going to do what? Complain. Right? And what they're going to end up doing, nerfing certain builds, nerfing moves. It's like, that's the problem, bro. There's nothing consistent. You can make a build and be like, oh, you know, my build can do this. Yeah, but the next couple of weeks, your build ain't doing that no more. Right? Because they don't keep nothing consistent with gameplay. And that is what I fear is going to consistently happen.
yes, the small guards can fly. They can really chain stuff together. People are definitely going to find some glitchy stuff. You see, you could spam behind the backs. You can spam escapes. There's some really, really good launchy behind the backs now, and you can start to combo those with like explosive behind the backs and momentum behind the backs. And you see, I mean, that's...
Yeah, but Segment, they're not going to do that. See, this is what I'm talking about. That's why why do y'all think I've been saying the devs need to play the game, chat?
6'11" Kevin Durant.
I've been saying that for a reason so they can understand if people are complaining, let's see what they're complaining about. Don't just go in and start touching stuff with the game. You said the game is going to be delayed. They need to play IRL basketball. All this doesn't matter if the park and rec gameplay are going to be delayed and laggy. This looks beautiful. Well, remember, this is like the little shoot around. We already know adrenaline bars are confirmed back in the game. I don't see any adrenaline bars in this right here, but so I mean, I wouldn't really like overhype this. But like I said, and this is what happens every year. All of this stuff get people hyped, right? And then it's inconsistent, fam. Please, Mike Wang, don't touch the game. We say this every year though, Tay. And see, that's what I'm saying at the point. I'm fed up to where it's like, bro, I done seen this story before, bro. And I know how this community does things.
Durant changing directions on a dime. You guys are starting to see some of the momentum crossovers. Now, I do want to mention there's only so many hours in the day at Community Day that you can't really like fully focus on everything. And my boy Young Dirk was really focused on dribbling, so he sent me all these clips in the Learn 2K. So I'm gonna leave the link to his dribble tutorial down below if you want to see more about dribbling after you finish this video. But shout out to Young Dirk for hooking me up with the clips. I did get some dribble clips, but like I wasn't gonna spend a few hours on it when I knew.
See, I don't think you're gonna be able to do that in an actual game. Like, because remember, there's adrenaline bars. Adrenaline bars, they're gonna like, you can't do certain things for a certain amount of time. So I feel like in it, like, right, some people already got like, oh, look at how Dame is moving, bro. You're not moving like that with the adrenaline bars, bro. If I'm just keeping a buck with you. Right, I'm not hating. I'm just telling y'all the truth. Adrenaline bars are still in the game. So when y'all see this, you're like, "Oh, I don't see no adrenaline." Bro, they're still in the game. This is like the 2KU stuff.
Other people were doing it. I wanted to focus on other areas of the game so we could get as much information as possible. But what's really nice to see is all these different NBA players have different dribble styles. You know, like Curry has his, Fox has his, Kevin Durant has his, Jimmy Butler has his, etc. And they can all speed boost. And that's just a breath of fresh air, because I feel like in past 2Ks, it was like only one or two dribble styles could really burst cleanly. So it was like you were forced to use them.
Call them out? Well, I already said it. It was the majority of people up to age, the old heads. Those people are going to be the ones that are going to be complaining, because they're going to say it's not basketball, when in reality it is, because it's how basketball is today. You know, it's a lot of people that, the way how basketball is played today, It's offense, right? All of these guards can score. All of them are a lot of combo guards. It's not all of this slow trying to get 10 assists a game. Like, it's not like that. They can't adjust. And so what they're going to do is the older group of the age of the 2K community is going to say, bro, you got to patch this. It's going to be this ain't basketball, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? It's same thing, bro. I think it's cool. I'll try it out and see what's up. It does look faster. Everybody loving the gameplay right now. And Mike interviewed this morning. He said this is the direction he wants to go with the game. So hopefully he keeps it that way and not patch anything from complaining. But here's my thing, Manny. We heard this stuff last year, fam. We heard this stuff last year. Did we not? I'm just asking y'all. Do we not hear this stuff every single year? And it sound good, but what ends up happening? Because regardless on what people are going to say, there's going to be patches in the game. That's guaranteed. Patch 1, y'all know what I'm talking about. That's already a guaranteed.
Now, there's probably going to end up being like a couple that are better than all the other ones. But y'all get what I'm saying? Like before, it was like no matter what, if you weren't using Darius Garland last year, you had a hitch run out or just you had a no burst.
Well, you do know, J-Mid, they are normal people like us, so even if they did play the game, they can have the same opinion as a normal person who likes what we don't like or like what we like. Devs playing the game really doesn't matter because if they actually like the gameplay, then what? But here's my thing. When we're talking about the people that are complaining, right? The people that are complaining are 9 times out of 10, they can't stop whatever's going on offense. That's why they be complaining. They want it nerfed because either they can't do it or they can't stop it. What usually happens is there's something ends up changing with the game, right? Whether it's shooting, dribbling, movement, something ends up changing because you notice it while you play the game because you've been playing the game. You see what I'm saying? And the issue with the dev team, they don't understand the balance in between, right? Like they don't understand if a player can't stop it, maybe they need to play better defense, right? They don't understand that type of stuff. They just like, oh, well, let's go ahead and make this move, right? Because, you know, it's becoming like, no, bro. You got to keep it. You can't just, because this guy right here can't play no D, right? Oh, now we got to do this. And that's a part of the problem. And why do you think I've been saying I want the devs to play random rec with no team so they can see the player base? A lot of they don't play defense. So when they be complaining, bro, they already issue because they don't play defense. They only want to score the ball. And that's why I be cursing folks out, bro. Every time when I played random rec, it was a grown man who was trash, bro. Fundamentals. Choosing not to play D, right? But then here's the thing. When they not playing D and it's a fast break, they the first one down the court. I'm not doing that. But the devs have no idea how the player base is. That's why I've been saying they need to understand what their player base is. You said... let me see. I got a friend that's stuck in the 2K Matrix. I'm going to be getting it off of him for free. I like the game. I might make a my player. Sim Nation has had their time for 3 years. Let the dribblers have fun again. Yo, Jay, you seen Jono's interview with Mike Wang? 2K, please. This game looks good. PGs will come back. Again, this will bring PGs back. I'm going to buy this game. Like I said, if you have teammates, go for it. But if you don't have teammates, I don't know what to tell you.
Run out of dribble moves. It looks like there's multiple dribble styles now that can burst. And again, this isn't even with optimal SIGs to go with the dribble style. This is just what the NBA players have on. So just wait till tomorrow when y'all can see how the my players are moving. Now, I'm definitely interested in your thoughts on the dribbling from what you've seen here. So get your comments in down below and let's start the discussion. That is the Scottie Pippen behind the back that Mike was talking about. You know, they added some more explosive kind of behind the back dribble moves into the game. And that Scottie definitely launches you forward. There's also, I think...
So you said, I see what you're saying in the sense if devs who actually have IQ and know how the game is supposed to be played, they will actually know what needs work and who needs to be listened to. All these vids I've seen haven't seen no defense. Teammates are not, Jay. I'm legit. I'm good. I can't say the same for everybody else. Hey, look, man. All I'm saying is, in my opinion, I didn't see this story before, chat. I'm just telling y'all how I feel. I didn't see this story before.
The Kobe White one felt pretty good. I was experimenting with it. Now, I know a lot of you guys probably want my opinion on dribbling, so here it is. I spent a fraction of the time dribbling as other creators like Dirk and...
Actually, let me ask y'all a question. What do y'all think this game should be worth? Do y'all think this game is worth $80? I'm just asking y'all a question. Do y'all think it's worth $80? I say this game, but like it's worth about 55. I don't know about 80.
Poza and other creators, they spent majority of the day dribbling. I spent probably 20-30 minutes, tried it out, and then went to go get other information. But here's what I felt. It felt much more explosive than last year. It felt much more dynamic, and like you had more burst, you had more pop with the ball in your hands. It felt like you could chain things together much more quickly. And most importantly for me,
I agree, Jeremy, and that's why I told y'all, if you have no teammates, I don't think it's worth you. Like, I don't think it's worth going through all of that. If you have teammates, yeah, it's probably gonna be a straight okay game. You got consistent teammates that know what they're doing. Yeah, you're gonna have some enjoyment. But if you don't, is it worth it? That's the thing here. So y'all saying it's worth $60, $50. I don't think this right now the game is costing $80. You said exactly. I used to get cooked by something or a playstyle instead of complaining. I got in the lab and learned to defend it. But nowadays, Tay, well, no, not Tay, but Manny. Nowadays, Manny, people don't want to do that. Think about it. When the game come out, what do people do? They go straight to the wreck. They don't even play my career. They go straight to the wreck and just be in there doing stupid stuff. They don't even play my career. That burst look lethal. So y'all saying it's worth 50, 60. I can see that. I don't know about $80 though.
personally, it just felt more fun. Now, I understand the bar from 2K25 was set extremely low, so to say it was better or more fun than that is like, well, you know, you're not really saying much, which I get, but it's just how I felt. Like, dribbling there, I was like, damn, like, this feels a lot more enjoyable than what I was doing the last 12 months on 2K25. So we'll see how the game feels at the official launch date. Because remember last year, people at Community Day found certain ways to speed boost dribbling wise, and then it was removed by the time the actual game came out. So hopefully that's not the case this year. Hopefully all this stuff people are finding in ways to burst and be dynamic and be explosive off.
Jay, listen, if what we see is consistent, it will bring good players back. I'm coming back, so I know other good players coming back. So he says it's worth 45. The price isn't gonna dictate on whether you have friends or not. Point is the gameplay good. You don't want to talk on the mic or have teammates that's ass. That's what comes with playing with randoms. No next gen game is gonna be $45. Speaking of gen, where is the current gen gameplay at? And the reason why I'm pointing this out, do y'all see what I mean? You see how they don't care about current gen? So what was the point of bringing current gen back? That's all I'm asking. What was the point of bringing back current gen if you're not going to show any release of any type of information on it?
The dribble, hopefully all that stuff is there at launch, and then we could really dive into it as a community and find some crazy stuff. But that's enough about dribbling. Let's move on to some other gameplay aspects. All right, let's talk about shooting and shot contests. Got a bunch of clips here. Some are going to be open, some contested, some green, some miss. Want y'all to just take a look at it, and I'm gonna just let it play, and you guys can kind of start to assess, you know, how the shooting looks, how the contest system looks, and get your thoughts down below in the comments. I will say a few things. I know people are gonna ask about RNG and the pure green window and how did it feel and blah blah blah. Obviously, it's just a few, you know, hours that I was playing the game, because I also had to get, you know, my builder stuff done and all that. But the green window definitely felt more precise. Like, when you got it right, it was green. But when you got it wrong, it was earlier, it was late. Like, you were, like, it was, like, if you were slightly off, it was doinking. So, when I talked to Mike in that interview I did with him, he explained it, if he could compare it to anything, was like a more skill-based 2K24 shooting system. And I could kind of see where he's coming from, just because of, you know, yes, you have the pure green.
All right, so what I'm looking at right here is, he's obviously using KD. If shooting is easy, people are gonna complain. Let me see what y'all saying in the comments. That's what I'm saying. The devs shouldn't listen to people complaining day one. They didn't even try to learn a mechanic yet. But yet, y'all get it patched, and the devs will listen instead of letting people adapt. Current gen needs to go. They don't show current gen because it is better, Jay. They brought it back for extra money. I'll make next gen users bad. Oh, it'll make next gen users bad. Look what we get. They're already talking about a damn PS6. Why is there a current gen? I'm not lying, no, I swear. Just make one version. If next gen is this fast, current gen is 2K22. I'm just saying, what was the point of bringing it back if you're not going to show us anything? See, that's the community's fault. First they said shooting was too hard, now it's too easy. I couldn't be a dev. Well, that's what I'm saying. If I was a dev, if the shooting is easy, I'm not touching it. right? Because when this is where the things become inconsistent. It was like that on 2K24. I kid y'all not, bro. I remember this because I still have the stream on my channel. When they said, bro, you have to figure out how to shoot on 24, everybody was willing to go through a process. And some people didn't want to do it. It was literally trending on Twitter to fix the shooting on 24, right? And they ruined it. They literally ruined it. And at the end, they just made everything, you be able to make every single shot at the end of the year or something like that. But it was inconsistent. Because it'll make y'all mad. This game is gonna be trash. You'll complain why this current gen look like this and next gen doesn't, is what you'll say. I mean, my thing is they could at least showed y'all this type of information.
Window, but it is, you got to be more precise than you were on 24, and that I did feel that. Now obviously it's just a few hours, we'll see how it plays out when the game actually drops. But another thing that was noticeable was player height really matters still on the shooting. You know, taller builds definitely shoot over people and, you know, get contested less than the shorter builds. And Kevin Durant was an absolute god because of that. I mean, KD was insane on this. All right, we're gonna switch gears over to mid-range a little bit here, and I'll be honest with you, the mid-range felt really good. Tested it with KD, Shea. I think there's maybe like a Curry clip, a Luka clip. Like definitely shot a few middies here and there, but was definitely using it a lot with Kevin Durant, just trying to just see how the contest system was registering. I had somebody using Shea on the other team, and then I was using KD, and we basically tested mid-ranges for like good 10-15 minutes straight. They feel really.
So we already know what the meta is. 6'6" and up. That's gonna be the meta. That's literally gonna be the meta. And if I'm correct, isn't Shai Alexander 6'6"? The meta is going to be big guards or tall guards, whatever you want to call it. That's literally going to be the meta. Nobody's making a 5'11", a 6'1". That's not happening. Yeah, somebody's going to make one, but it's not going to be something that you go to. The meta is going to be big players. Once again, will it be consistent? Let me see what y'all saying in the comments. I don't need to see the other games copy and paste the next gen, but it's faster and better. That was the beauty of gaming back then, learning to adapt to something. It would create a skill gap for players who's been in the lab and who hasn't. LOL, if it's easy, everyone should be greening. Why is that the results in complaints? Let's be honest, a lot of people are just bad. But that's what I'm saying, Sekhmet, but the devs don't understand that. They don't understand that. That's like, bro, I keep telling people, if you have no teammates, you're literally making yourself sick at that point. Because I'm gonna say this again for the ones who didn't hear me the first time. The same players you dealt with on 25 will be on 26. I'm telling you right now. The ones that don't play no D, the ones that, you know, don't know how to space the floor, they gonna be back on there with y'all. Unless you got teammates. Folks go in the wreck with no hot spots, wonder why they miss. And they shot selection be poor too. If I bought you 2K26 for current gen and next gen, you tried both, current gen was better than what? Then that's sad. Like that's what it would be. It would be sad. But my thing is, if you about to get a flood warning. My thing is, if you're bringing back something, at least show that you still have some type of caring about it. They haven't showed us anything about it. I disagree, Jay. It will be better players also because of this gameplay. I mean, hey, all I'm saying, you said facts, Susie, and bad builds. Hey, look, yo, I'm just saying, chat, have we not seen this story before?
Good. I know they were good on 25. They feel really good on 26. And again, the height thing, I know I'm harping on it a lot, but like, you start to see how people are, you know, you saw in the dribbling in the beginning of this video, right? Like, people are able to move now on the bigger players. And that wasn't even my players, like I said. That was NBA players, and you were still bursting and doing all that. Then you combine it with the fact that you're really like shooting over people in terms of that advantage. Like, you might actually see a back and forth this year of small guards and big guards both being viable again. I think overall for the game, that would be beautiful. A little bit more build diversity, a little bit more play style diversity.
That's what I'm saying, Ted. That's exactly what I'm saying. People are already complaining. That's what I'm saying. So I've already seen this story before. And first of all, the game is $80. So let's do the math real quick. If the game is $80, right? Some of y'all done pre-ordered the game and spent what, $130, which is insane to me. I didn't even pre-order Madden for $100. That was insane. I think I spent $60 on Madden, okay, or something like that. If If 2K is $80, how much is a build looking like? Like, this is not like something that's $20. So this is a lot of money people are gonna be spending, right? So it's like, is it gonna be? Do you have the trust in 2K and the dev team that it's gonna be consistent? I don't, and that's me being 100% with you. I don't. Let me continue this video though.
And what I will say about shot contests is they definitely felt stronger than 2K25. 2K25 to me felt like you were kind of praying for a contest. Like 90% of stuff just registered open. It didn't feel like that on this game. It definitely felt stronger, but not stronger to the point where ghost contests were happening like in past 2Ks. If a dude had his hand down, especially against a guy like Durant who's so tall, but even other players that we tested like Shea and stuff, it would say open if their hand was down. So if they reached and you shot it, it said open. If they jump but they were, you know, super late getting out to you, it would still say open. If you created enough space, like on that fade over Chet right there, it says open. But then if they, you know, if they're under you and they get a hand near your face or near where the ball was, or they jump in time to get there before you release the ball, they'd register some type of contest. Now let's talk about rhythm shooting, the new rhythm shooting system, right? Apparently you only have to green the tempo.
What? You only have to green the tempo? That might not be good, I ain't gonna lie. You only have to green the tempo. No, that might be a problem. And y'all might be asking me why that might be a problem. If you don't have to, if you only have to green the tempo, imagine people with devices are gonna be able to do. Oh, and those have been going on a sale, by the way, too. Like those devices have been, you know, getting more noticed. So it's like if this right here, what he said is true, that's not a good look. I ain't gonna lie to you. He said you only have to green the tempo.
And that is confirmed because you're about to see a couple clips of it, and I don't know how I feel about it. I'm gonna be honest. You know, apparently if you don't green the timing, it makes it harder to green the tempo, but as long as you just green the tempo, it still goes in. And I'll be honest, without the meter,
what? Slightly bro. So basically they lied about green or miss. I'm confused though because it says slightly early, but I know he greened the tempo, but he shot it slightly early. This might be broken, I ain't gonna lie. That right there might be a problem. I understand he greened the tempo, but it says he timed it slightly early. Therefore, it shouldn't be. The shot should only go in if it's excellent for everything. Not, oh, the tempo's good. Yeah, you're going to make it. This should be excellent too.
it's kind of like, man, he's making whites is kind of what I feel like, you know, even though I understand the system is different. But when you turn the meter on and see it visually,
what? Early? Bro, hold on.
The system is different, but when you turn...
That's green now? And then let's look at it.
Turn the meter on.
Early. Nah, they gonna have to, I don't know about that, 2K. Y'all, that might be a problem. He didn't even time the shot green. He shot early, but he... So, why are they trying to push rhythm shooting, bruh? Why are they doing this? Like, and this is this is the stuff that, like, you kind of scratch your head with 2K. It's like, people ask for a skill gap. This to me is bailing somebody out. I understand the tempo is excellent, but the timing is not excellent. But here's my thing, Wolf. If you use the stick on a PlayStation, you get stick drift. I don't know why they're trying to push rhythm shooting. I don't know why. It literally gets your control for a PlayStation. You will get stick drift trying to do the rhythm shooting. But it says timing early. He shot in early, and that's green now? That might be a problem.
And see it visually, and the system is...
Chat, imagine somebody hit a game winner and this what they shot, chat. Look, I understand Embiid's wide open. I get all of that. But imagine somebody shot a game winner and this is what they shot.
It's different, but when you turn the meter on and see it visually, I mean, I'll be honest, it hurts my soul. I'm like, bro,
this can't, nah, bro. And I'm not even saying this got to be patched. It needs to be looked at, because that's not an excellent shot. That's an early. I'm not saying it should be patched. I'm saying it needs to be looked at. That's not gonna do no good for the community right there. That's bailing people out, in my opinion. I didn't get stick drift the entire year, and I only shot with the stick. Not gonna lie. Well, if I got hold on, 1, 2, 3. I got 4 controllers in my room right now, and all of them got something going on with it. Yeah, I had the controllers for years. Maybe that's probably why, but it's like, I don't know. 2K takes a few steps forward, but then 1,000 steps back. 1,000 steps backwards, it'll get patched, I guarantee. I mean, I'm just how do y'all feel about this though? Because this can't, bro. This is bailing somebody out. Y'all do realize that, right? This is bailing somebody out. He didn't time the shot. He timed the tempo. He shot an early, but the tempo was excellent.
Dude is making a 3/4 bar shot, but I understand the logic is different now, but I think we're all like ingrained in the 2K25 rhythm shooting system. Let me know your comments down below. Let's talk quick about perimeter defense bumps. You see right here, Lu Dort cuts off Kevin Durant coming up the court, and they get a physical body up cut off like bump animation. If someone
I'm run this back, it looked like whoever's controlling Lu Dort, why did he go backwards? Look.
Down below. Let's talk quick about perimeter defense bumps. You see right here, Lu Dort cuts off Kevin Durant.
Why are you backing away? I don't know why that person backed away with Lu Dort. Lu Dort's a defensive player.
Durant coming up the court, and they get a physical body up cut off like bump animation. If someone's moving, if a dribbler is moving and you cut them off, you will get a bump, physical body up bump. But a big difference I noticed was on 2K25, if someone was standstill dribbling at the top of the key, you could just like press against them and interrupt that dribble sequence. Now, I'm not going to say it's impossible to interrupt someone's standstill dribble sequence, because obviously I just tested it in the limited amount of time that I had, but it definitely felt night and day difference to 25. 25 felt like if someone's dribbling, you know, on the perimeter standstill.
I don't like that right there. I don't like that, and that's been an issue with the gameplay. Let me run that back.
Felt night and day difference to 25. 25 felt like if someone's dribbling.
That right there, I don't like. That making you lose the ball like you're not in the NBA. I don't like that. I thought they would have, you know, fixed that issue, but I guess not. Like, to me, that's just, you don't see that in basketball. You don't see a player just fumble the ball like that. Like, that happens consistent too in the game.
You know, on the perimeter standstill, you could just basically run up to them, smash into them, and interrupt their whole dribble combo, and it would put their player in like a bump animation.
See, and this is why I was trying to tell y'all, when they were showing the dribbling in the first part, and he was in like the little 2KU, I was trying to explain to y'all there's adrenaline bars in the game. So when you think you're about to just spam moves, it's not like that.
I felt like if someone's dribbling, you know, on the perimeter standstill, you could just basically run up to them, smash into them, and interrupt their whole dribble combo, and it would put their player in like a bump animation.
This is the first 2K I haven't been excited for. I'm just, my thing is though, Kez, we've seen this story before, Kez. You see what I'm saying? We've seen the story before. How does it end? It hasn't been a great ending. It's been a very depressing and sad ending every single time. And guess what? The price only keeps going up.
Feel like that on this game until they started moving. Once they started to try to burst past you left or right, or try to drive to the basket or whatever, then if you were running with them, then there would be some type of body up collision. But we'll have to see, you know, how that plays out throughout the year, but it definitely was a noticeable difference in my opinion. Last quick thing for perimeter defense bumps, off the little push cross here into the defender's leg.
See, that should be a kickball violation. Bro, they should have looked at that, bro.
Last quick thing for perimeter defense bumps, off the little.
It hit his foot. That's a kickball violation.
Push cross here into the defender's leg, lose the ball. I know a lot of people are like anti-push cross, anti-De'Aaron Fox crossover. Well, position yourself correctly. You could be knocking that ball free without even having to reach. All right, let's talk about layups. We know custom layups and, slow-mo Euros and all this new layup stuff they're adding. So let's talk about it. Layups definitely felt much improved from 2K25, but that's not saying much. Layups were pretty awful in 2K25. Size matters. You saw that one right there with Giannis. You're going to see some with Trey, Luka. Size matters.
Size matters. Yeah, it's going to be a big build game. It's going to be a big build game. But is it going to be consistent, though? Seeing the story so many times, reading the same book, praying for a different ending. Same game, different day. J-Man, bro, got to check out Mike Wang interview with Joe Knows. All right, we'll watch that next.
In terms of getting contested, it felt like the bigger players definitely could go up with more 50-50 takes, and the green window would stay a bit bigger than the smaller players. But overall, whether it was Trey, Luka, De'Aaron Fox, Giannis, whoever it was, being able to see the green window, I know it was an old feature. Like, we had it in 2K24, then they got rid of it, they brought it back. I'm not hyping it up like, whoa, like this is... But it's just nice to be able to see it, not only to help you know when to release the timing of the layup, but also so you know what's a good take and a bad take and help you understand what you can and can't go up with. Now let's talk about driving dunks. All right, dunk meter. You know, I know a lot of you guys have been asking me about this, so let's talk about it. First thing I'll say, size matters again. It felt like the bigger players got more consistent green windows. Some concerning things was I still feel like there's some kinks that need to be worked out in terms of the dunk meter. I have a couple of specific clips coming up here in just a second, and I did bring it to their attention, and I'm sure other people did as well at Community Day, and as we know...
But Tay, it's obvious, Tay. It's obvious. I mean, you don't even, like, to figure out what, like, that's obvious, though, Tay. That's what I'm saying, like, anybody that would, like, understand the game, that's obvious. Not blaming you, but content creators ruin the games by exposing the best parts. Man, at this point, it's obvious, though, Tay. It's obvious.
We saw last year, they definitely make changes after Community Day. You know, last year they nerfed builds and took out certain...
But guess what, Tay? Even if an idiot copy it, right, they still gonna be trash. They're still idiots, right? That's why I be telling y'all build videos are pointless, because you can copy somebody's build, but if you don't know what you're doing, it's gonna be bad. You see what I'm saying? Build videos are pointless to me. Because you can copy somebody that's got a good build and it ain't got nothing to do with your play style, right? People making it because they struggling on the build they was on, but instead of them actually figuring out what they supposed to be doing, they went and watch a build video and they can't do the basic stuff. You said this game is act like 25. I'm telling you, Tape. So that's what I'm saying. It's not gonna be. I get what you saying, but I'm just saying they're gonna be bad regardless, bro. Like, I guarantee you, pure green window, people still gonna not be able to shoot. They taking dumb shots. Like, it's just not spacing the floor, like all of that stuff.
And dribble speed boost animations and stuff, but check out a couple of these animations. You're gonna see me beat the defender, and or whoever I'm playing against gets past me, and we're just, you know, driving to the basket. Like right here, Ant Edwards slides through, has a clear path to the hoop by the time he goes up with the dunk, and the dunk window stays small. So that's a little alarming to me. I feel like there's, like I said, there's still some kinks to definitely work out. Like this one right here, it's a clean drive, blew by the defender, clean line at the hoop, but because like when I started the dunk, maybe the defender was still like pushed against me. I'm not really sure. Like I said, there's definitely some stuff to still fix. But even with that being said, we're still getting some nice contact dunks at times. You know, sometimes the green windows were big, sometimes they were small, so definitely figuring out exactly how the logic works. But something I definitely like is when they take you out of the dunk meter, you turn it into a layup, and it's usually a pretty greenable layup. So I feel like that is a nice change. Instead of it just being like, I went up for a dunk meter, they took me out of the dunk meter, and now the play is cooked. It's like, nah, in real life, it's like, oh, I wanted to dunk it, but now I got hit, so I'm gonna, you know, adjust my body and be able to turn it into a layup type of thing. So we'll have to see how the dunk meter plays out. I'm not really sure if it's good or bad yet. I'll be honest with you. I'm not sure. I need to see more, and I need to see what kind of changes are tweaked by the time the game launches.
So that's already confirmed right there. There will be changes made, and the game's not even out yet. So there you have it. But Joe No says he needs to see more. I'm gonna tell you something, bro. I don't think this is worth $80, bro. Like. What I'm looking at on the screen is not worth $80. I'm just keeping it a buck with y'all. And this ain't me hating. I'm just telling y'all how I feel. There's no way this should be worth $80. This should not be an $80 game.
Let's move on to interior defense and standing dunks. There's definitely some crazy interior defense animations. Like, look at this one by Rudy. My God. I mean, to be fair, it's Rudy and Wemby. They have great interior defense stats, but you could definitely get some crazy stops. Now, wide open standing meter dunks, you see how big the green window is. And then even like standing meter dunks against smaller defenders, like Wemby just, going up over smaller defenders. See the size of the green window. It kind of feels like it's like you could get crazy stops, but you could also get crazy dunks. It's kind of, I'm not really sure. Like, we'll have to see how it plays out, but they both definitely felt viable. Like, if you timed when you were going to jump to get the stop, it's like you'd get a crazy ante. But you could also, if you went up with the standing dunk and they weren't entirely properly positioned, you would just boom it on them. Also, a little detail I noticed right here was as Joel was backing down Wemby, look at when Wemby jumped, his hand was behind, like Joel pinned him so deep in the...
It's gonna be fun. Yeah, if you got teammates. Look, listen, and this is what I'm saying, because I know what you about to say, Ted. Like, nah, Jay, the good randoms about to appear. Bro, some of these, the good randoms in my experience, is like a 2% chance. It is rare, and I showed y'all proof of that. And when I was on my center last year, bro, when they gave me a guard that could score, I wouldn't lose. But that was a rare occasion. A lot of the issues, the problem with randoms is they lack fundamentals, bro. It's not about them being good at the game. They lack fundamentals. Some players, like you just said, are stupid, right? So you might have a point guard that's got, once again, all of these attributes, but in his mind, he trying to get assists. He not trying to score. So it's like those players that I just demonstrated and explained will be back in the game. This is just a 2K25 DLC. I'm gonna wait till 2K about 25 on free on PS Plus. What up, Draco? What up, Midnight? The first time in my life, I'm not buying 2K ASAP. So what if it's more this year than what? What do you mean, what if it's more? What if what's more? Are you moving to the UK? Better find a team in that Discord.
In the dead zone, that when he jumped, his hand hit the back of the backboard and it registered open. I feel like in past games, sometimes if you did that, it would still register a contest just because it was like it thought you were supposed to be there, but you weren't actually there because you got stuck on the hoop. I don't know, just something like a small little detail I noticed. But you see the size of these standing dunk meters, you could definitely go crazy with the standing dunks, but then
Yeah, this is the first video. We didn't really miss much.
you also saw some of the paint stop animations I was getting. Is like you could definitely go crazy with the interior stops as well. Like here's one from Wemby. I mean, I'm not really sure which one's going to be better, but they both definitely felt viable, at least for the little bit that I tested them. Last thing, rebounding. You can turn off the green feedback in the player HUD. I did notice that. I know some people have been asking that, but as you can see here, you don't have to green the rebound to get it. You know, Mike has already talked about that, but just so people could be clear about that. And then even here, I'm on Jokic, I green the rebound, and my teammate grabs it instead of me. So just because you green it doesn't mean you're automatically going to get it. But this is what the green feedback looks like. Figure we'll just touch on that real quick. But if you guys want to see raw, unedited footage of the first part game in NBA 2K26.
All right, shout out to Joe Knows. W Viv from him. Y'all said he did what with Mike Wang? He did like a talking with Mike Wang. Oh, this is what you wanted me to look at.
Hey, ¿qué tal familia? Soy Karol G y no se pueden perder esta pieza increíble que creamos para ustedes para contarles un
An 8-minute ad is insane. That's a whole music video.
poquito sobre Tropicoqueta, mi nuevo
Hey, David, he looks like he has a blue outline. Is it just the monitor?
It's probably just the peaking.
It's his aura.
Okay.
Yeah, it's his aura.
Let's get right into it. One of the biggest talking points from last year's game, the RNG and shooting. What can you tell us about shooting this year, and can you compare it to a past 2K?
Okay, so we talked about this online a little bit. There's no RNG in shooting. I'm going to say that with an exception. There's RNG still in like those quick heaves that you get at the ends of buzzers, buzzer beaters, and like half court, full court heaves. Okay, so that's still I don't want to get
Fair
labeled a
enough.
liar.
Fair enough.
That's still going to use a dice roll. But everything else is straight green windows, pure green windows. They scale based on attributes and coverage and all of the badges and everything. But those windows, once they're set by those things, if you can time your shot in those windows, you will hit the shot.
So theoretically, you can time your shot in those windows. You can shoot 100%.
You can shoot 100%. Yeah. So compared to past 2Ks, that one's hard to answer because we really have never done this before. The closest was probably 24. 24, we had a pure green window, a little bit larger one, but that one even had RNG on the edges. So what happened there is like, it was a really, really tight window that most people probably couldn't hit consistently.
What up, Cam?
And then that would bleed out to like, 0% chance on the edges. So we still used a dice roll to keep the numbers like, so people wouldn't go like, over 10. They would at least hit some shots if they were kind of sloppy on their timing.
Right.
So that was the idea there.
So you'd say it's like a more skilled base 2K24 shooting.
Yeah, absolutely. If you are crazy good at shot timing, and you take good shots, you're gonna destroy people.
You're going to separate yourselves from other players.
Absolutely. And
Now, let me pause it real quick. Once again, chat, and I'm gonna say this again, even if you just joined the stream, make sure you hit that like button, by the way, too. Right? Will this be consistent? There's people on Twitter right now complaining. Will this be consistent? That is the $1 million question. That right there is what determines. My fault. All right, we're back now. My fault. I don't know what just happened. Will this be consistent?
To offset that, I'll throw that out there too, is that, one of the reasons why we felt we could go this way is because defense is stronger. So contests, they're powerful. If you can get a hand up, and I watch you guys play a lot. I know you guys are really good at doing this. So you know when to jump, you know when to stay down, you know when to be in hands up. People who master that, they're going to be able to ding these shooters hard enough where it's going to be such a hard window to hit that consistently, at least, that you're going to keep the percentages down. So I'm not too worried because at least all the play tests we've been having, we're getting good numbers.
So we'll segue into shot contests then. It seems like it can be challenging to find a balance, right? You have attributes, badges, player heights, player wingspans, hand placements on the contest. How do you try to balance it to make it to a point where you're not getting contests when you shouldn't, and then you are, it's not too strong, too weak? How do you find the balance between all those factors?
Yeah, it's really hard. It's just a lot of iteration, and it's seeing what feels right. And the hardest thing about contests, I'm going to say, is usually what happens is in the 2K cam view when you're playing live with no replays, sometimes things don't look as contested as they are, or vice versa. Yep. Like sometimes it's like, oh, there's a crowd of dudes on the guy. Why is it like a 2% contest? And usually it's because two guys are flat-footed, one guy's behind the shooter, and it looks really crazy, but it's actually pretty open. And so it's really hard to dissect, every little clip.
If you were to freeze frame it at the point of the release, it's actually...
You can kind of see why the game is saying this is not a heavily contested shot. Even though to your eyes, in real time, in the heat of battle, it might look contested. But yeah, it's really just a lot of balancing and trying to make it so that, everything is a factor. We want people to invest in good perimeter defense or interior defense on the inside. We want to make sure that, height is effective, wingspan's important. All those things got to be important.
Right.
And not, overpower each other.
Staying on the topic of shooting, rhythm shooting was added to 2K25. You've already talked about how rhythm shooting is different this year, and we kind of need to recalibrate our brains in terms of how to think about it. You've also talked about how...
I really do not like rhythm shooting. I really do not like rhythm shooting, and I really wish they would have took it out. And man, there's a lot of things I don't like 2K that they brought back. I want to hear what he has to say, though.
How you want button and rhythm shooting to both be viable options. What are some factors you would say people should consider when they decide if they want to shoot with the button or with the stick?
It's going to be labbing, I think. It's going to be finding a shot that works for you and finding out like what you're good at. Because it's, I guess my analogy, maybe it's not a good one, but it might be like if shooting with the button is like shooting a free throw, and shooting with the stick is like shooting a deep three-pointer with maybe a slightly larger basket. It's like one might be easier for somebody and one might be harder for somebody, but it really depends on the person. Like some people are just going to get it. Some people are going to be in rhythm shooting and be like, I understand that tempo is what really matters. I got to get a certain speed in my stick throw to
That's what I fear, bro, man. That's exactly what I fear, bro. Like I fear that right there is like, I see what you said. You're going to be shooting 80%, right? So let's say that's true. You know how many folks going to be complaining, bro? Do you know how many people are going to be like, bro, this dude shot 90%, bro. You got this. It's too easy to shoot on this game. Nah, bro, y'all got to make this this too easy. Inconsistent, right? Now it's back to where you was at the previous 2Ks. That's what I'm afraid of, and that's why I'm like, y'all think that's worth $80? Build's gonna cost you about $125. You spending almost $300 for something you've already probably dealt with the last couple of years. That's why I keep saying that's the $1 million question. Is it gonna be consistent?
master shooting. And some people are like, I don't get it. I just can't hit a shot. I just see the window. I want to use the button. That's fine. And then some people are going to be in the middle, like Wolf's one of our best players internally. And
they did it on 24. If you knew how to shoot on 24 in the beginning, you was all right. If people couldn't make a shot, bro, I can't shoot, bro. This ain't it, bro. They had that whole trending. They made it easier to shoot. The game was broken because people start making 6'8" centers. They shooting green everywhere. You see what I'm saying? Now 6'8" are more valuable because now you made it easier to shoot. You see what I'm saying? So now it's not balanced. You made the 7-footers not balanced because the ones that were able to shoot. Now it's like, bro, what's the point of making a 7-footer when you can make a 6'8" that can do everything and it's easier to shoot? There's no balance, right? So it's like there's no consistency, bro.
He's like, yeah, he has this crazy formula. He's like, I'll use button for this case, I'll use stick for this case, I'll use stick for this case, button for this case.
So certain
he's all over the
shots,
place. Yeah, certain shots it might be easier for you. And for me, I do rhythm shoot. I rhythm shoot everything, like, and that's just how I play. But yeah, some people are mixing it up, some people are just pure button. And that's kind of one of the metrics for me, actually, is internally, what are people doing? What are they gravitating towards to be successful? And I've found that it's really a good mix. So I think we're in a decent spot. And I don't know why I want this, but I think rhythm shooting is cool. And if it was, up to me, everyone would at least try it. But like we said earlier, it's like I didn't want it to be like last year, there was definitely an advantage.
Right.
And there might be an advantage this year if you find it easier because you just happen to understand the mechanic better. But really, you can't go wrong with either.
So if someone's not like you, if they don't like rhythm shooting, it's like you can shoot with the button, you're on the level playing field. It's just
Jay, you a contract, you'll make the money right back. Bro, but money don't grow on trees, bro. And what you gotta understand about J Mid, I don't play games for content. You see how I've been streaming Madden for hours? I'm not dropping Madden videos. I'm actually playing the game. I'm doing no money spent. I'm not really making content on Madden. I'm just playing the game, doing no money spent, and doing what I'm doing. But it's like I could do no money spent and still have the type of I could play the game, bro. That's not happening on 2K. So when y'all try to say, you a content creator, bro, you make the money right back, bro. That's money, in my opinion, going down the drain because I've already seen this story multiple times. This ain't about content to me, bro. This is about me actually wanting to have fun. That's what this about. People are like, yo, Madden streams ain't getting no views. I don't care. I don't do this stuff for views. That's what you gotta understand. I do stuff because I like to have fun. I don't do this stuff for views. If I was doing stuff for views, I would have probably already pre-ordered every single game by now, right? Because if it's gonna get views. This ain't about views to me, bro. Because when you make things about views, people start to realize who you are. When you make your content about views, people lose respect for you. Like, you only doing this for the views. You're not supposed to do that, bro. Because in the reality, you don't like the game, but because of the views, you going to play it. Like, nah, fam.
It's just preference.
And some people are going to be like destroying people on the button, and if you force them to rhythm shoot, they'd probably go 0 for 10. Yeah. So it's really, the goal is to make it both viable. Whether they're equal, I don't know if there's even a way to put a metric behind that because I don't know how to gauge something that's that different, right? It's just different.
With the addition of the Badge Max Plus 2 perk, you're going to be able to boost badges multiple levels now. Can you speak to how effective it's going to be? Let's say, your 78 three-pointer is typically silver set shot. How effective is it going to be to boost it to 78 three-pointer with Hoff set shot versus actually getting the requirement of three-pointer to unlock the badge level? Like, how can we kind of in our brains define like how much better it's going to be?
That's a very difficult question.
All right.
It's very nuanced. And the thing about badges is that they're situational, right? So a rating is going to be more global and it's going to affect you everywhere, but the badges might be certain situations or certain contexts. So you have to consider that, like what kinds of shots are you taking? So yeah, generally speaking, I would just say find the shots that you like to take or that you tend to take, find out the badge that's going to work best for, and then go all in on that badge. That's better than getting like bronze everything. Bronze everything is going to be like, it's not going to do a lot for you, to be honest.
Did you see Yao Ming greening hooks from 3? That sound like some troll type stuff. That's in 26?
You're going to want to go at least silver or gold to see some effects from that badge. Otherwise, just go in on your attributes and, that's going to be more beneficial to you.
All right, let's switch gears. Finishing. We've seen 2Ks where finishing has been insane, dunks, layups, floaters, all types of things. We've also seen years where it's been a bit hit or miss and a little inconsistent. It seems like this year was an area of focus, with custom layups and bringing back the visible green window on dunks and layups. Just talk about the challenges in terms of finding a balance.
Well, for starters, if that's true, it will get patched. Because that's going to be completely broken. Yeah, 70 plus for controllers. I'm scared to rhythm shoot. I tried one time and I found myself quickly jamming my right stick up and down to beat the defender, thinking I just might have broken my controller. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, why are they pushing rhythm shooting when it doesn't help the structure of your controller? It really defeats it. Well, Jay, you should get the other controller. The other one that you talking about the one that costs more money. Money don't grow on trees, bro. I understand that I'm a content creator, but bro, this stuff is not cheap. I'm human just like how y'all human. I just make content, right? I just live stream. I make videos, right? I'm still human at the end of the day. I'm not some type of different person from this planet. Just throwing Mike Wang softballs. Hey, that was a good one, Birdman, throwing them. I get what you're saying. Like, bro, I would have asked him, are you going to be active on Twitter all year? That's what I would have asked him. Bro, Mike Wang disappears. He disappears and don't be saying nothing. He don't be talking to us when he leave. He be just gone, bro. I would have asked him that immediately.
And there's so many factors: attributes, badges, player momentum, player size, height, all those things. How do you find that balance so that it's not overpowered, but it's also not inconsistent?
Yeah, that's another difficult one. Just one of the things I'll say from the outset is one of the goals for our team this year was, and this sounds weird, but we wanted every play style to be OP. So, you've maybe heard that before, right?
Yeah.
So like, it sucks when there's one dominant play style or two dominant play styles. We wanted it to be that if you created a slasher and even a layup slasher, like really specific thing, you want to be a guy who just finishes like Kyrie, that you can do that and you can be effective and you can like kill people with that.
Yeah.
But if you were like, some glass cleaning interior defensive guy, and if you invest everything in that and you get good at that, you can just, stop everything in the paint.
If everything's OP, then it's kind of just like pick what you want to be.
Yeah, pick what you want to be.
Yeah.
We want there to be a diversity in play styles. But to answer your question with slashing, yeah, it was a point of emphasis, especially with layups and dunks, to make slashing just more of a game, like more of a weapon. Right. Because we knew going in, these thinking green or miss is back. People are gonna be like, okay, I'm making a 3-point shooter. I'm gonna left, right, cheese behind screens and just pull every shot. It's not as easy as it sounds. So don't think you're going back to 2K24. It's different, especially I mentioned with the contest. So I encourage people to try out a bunch of different styles before they commit to what they're.
Layups are OP again, like 2K24. Am I tripping? But I gain more respect for Mike Wang after this video. What up, Ahmad? What up, Icy? I'm gonna say this. I don't know if I agree with the last part, because Mike Wang literally disappears every year. we've listened, chat. I need y'all to understand me when I say, and I know some of y'all just now joining the stream, but I've already said this, and I'm gonna say it again if y'all didn't hear me the first time. We've seen this story a million times. How is the ending? You see what I'm saying? How is the ending? This ain't the first time he's been on an interview saying things that you like, oh, that sound good. We've already seen this before. And this was concerning to me. Some of y'all will see this. Oh, yeah, I hear what he's saying. I gotta play it. And when you play it, you can be like, bro, I thought Mike Wang said. And then you try to go on Twitter and be like, what did he say? He disappeared. So I need y'all to relax and keep in mind what you're dealing with here. Joe asked some good questions. I'm glad Mike actually did something like this. But he got to stop disappearing after season 4. He disappears after season 2.
Building
One way to play.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen it already downstairs, but like floaters are tough. Like they're really strong. And
what video is that? What video is Yao Ming doing sky hooks from the 3? I gotta see that. Y'all let me know what video that is. We'll watch that in a minute.
you know, if you get in your bag and you find the custom layup package that you want for your guy, you're going to be pretty tough.
Yeah, you can be exploding downhill and stop on a dime and just float it over the bit. Yeah, no, it's...
Yeah. And dunks too. You see it. We made dunks easier. It's just hold down on stick now. It's not a big Mortal Kombat throw as people call it.
Seems like even like
easier.
standing dunks as well, like standing meter dunks. Everything seems a bit more.
Yeah, okay. A little worried about 7-4s, but I think they're okay. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
And then I just now think about it too. Controllers are literally going to be cooked, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. So if we thought rhythm shooting was already gonna give you stick drift, right? Dunking and layups, you're I don't even think you have to like use the stick for all of them. So it's like your controller's going to be cooked, bruh, on life alert, because using the stick is going to be over with. I sent you that on Twitter.
When it comes to dribbling in 2K26, what was your vision? What did you see and what did you want to execute? And are we going to see big builds being explosive and popping off the dribble like LeBron and Durant and all the taller players in real life?
I wouldn't say popping, but they're definitely moving better.
Okay.
The goal for dribbling at a high level was to make it more explosive. Let players branch and chain moves together more readily, more freely. Have moves generally be more explosive, both launching out of them and just chaining between moves. And then just putting a lot of different combos in that haven't been in the game for a while or never have been in the game.
Right.
So that's exciting to me always. Working on the dribbler is just like, what can I kind of Easter egg into this thing? Not tell anybody about. It's not in 2K. Learn 2K. You just
See
gotta
how
go.
long it takes them to find it?
Yeah, gotta wait till Steezo's video comes out, or you gotta like get in the lab and you gotta just cook. So,
if I lose connection, chat, I'm about to have a flood warning, so hopefully everything's good over here. But as of right now, we're good. So I'm just letting y'all know if the stream does cut off, I'm about to have a flood warning. So yeah.
Yeah, discoverability to me is like one thing that I'm excited about for dribbling, and I think people are gonna find like their dribble style and all the moves that you can set up with your guy, and find the right combo that that you're good at and get in their bag. And
I messed with it a little bit, and it definitely feels more explosive. Even the 6'6", 6'7", 6'8", 6'9", yeah, definitely compared to last year, much more. I know you said not poppy, but I would describe it as more, burst.
Yeah. Shout out to Shay, our cover guy, because a lot of his animations are pretty tough. So he's a good dribble style to try out too, I'd say, for the bigger guards. So
judging by the things you've tweeted and answered questions on, it seems like you're kind of leaning towards a more skill-based defensive system in the game. Like you said, pluck steals have been nerfed, but blitz steals will be rewarded. It seems like if you outplay your opponent, that's what you're looking to reward defensively. Was that the idea going into kind of revamping how defense is played?
Especially with steals. Steals have been, for a long time, haven't had much of a game to them.
Right.
It was kind of a rating.
How far are you from Myrtle Beach? That's like probably about 5 hours from where I'm at. Darius Garland finna go crazy. I bet nobody complained about Yao Ming hitting a 3. I could do it with that build. The issue with that is if it becomes like unguardable, then it's gonna be like a meta of just 7-footers doing that.
based dice roll. So that's what I meant when I said the pluck steals are gone.
Yeah.
The ones that are just calculated by like, here's your rating, here's my rating, I hit the button, let's just play an animation out. That's all.
Especially because we saw Tay earlier. We saw how you didn't even have to get a full green to rhythm shoot. You can get it early and still green it.
So actually, you guys inspired me a lot. Watching Black Market play and watching like Bauer play defense, I call him out. I guess it's all you guys, but especially Bauer, and like how good he is at anticipating and cutting the dribbler off. I wanted that to be the game. Like if you can read where the ball handler is going and then hit steal at the right time. We spent a lot of time on that too, just the ball targeting on steals and playing the right animations. They're quicker generally, the animations themselves. So. And not locking you into them as much. But yeah, that whole, the IQ part was important to me. Yeah.
Actually having some stick skill to be rewarded for a steal instead of just, like you said, pressing a button and the game gives it to you.
Yeah, and that was, like I said, at the top of the thing, is like that was across the board, right? So, but especially with defense, steals, blocks are the same way. We didn't want to just be like, okay, you're waiting.
Zen's gonna go crazy this year to take out rhythm shooting. Well, that's already confirmed in the game, Tay. Yeah, I mean, Zenders were gonna be in the game regardless, but like they are probably gonna. If rhythm shooting is like how we saw earlier, where you don't have to green it and you can just get earlies. Oh yeah, Zens they're gonna run the game for sure. They're gonna run the game for sure because think about it, you don't even gotta get a perfect shot on a rhythm shooting. You can get it early and still make it.
It's good. You block everything. Right. It's gotta be. You gotta time it. You gotta read. You gotta know when to jump, when to stay down, those kinds of things.
I saw some people follow up that they were concerned, like, oh, so what's the point of even going high steal? From my experience playing 2K, the higher your steal, the better reach animations you get. Not just plucks, just better, quicker reaches. You recover faster instead of getting into a long, kind of stumbly reach animation. I'm assuming that's consistent this year.
Yeah, and you even have like, we actually have different collision radius with the hands based on your steal rating. So there'll be times where like, if you're the ball and I have a lower steal rating, if I get like right on the edge of it and I'll miss it, but that extra couple of like, sometimes inches or less than inches can make a difference between a steal and not a steal.
Well, probably we didn't react to all of them yet. We only reacted to one video so far, so it's like maybe somebody has a defensive video. I don't know. We'll see.
So that stuff's all impacted by your steal rating. So there's reason to invest in steal, especially if you want to be a lock or a two-way. You're going to need it.
You touched on it a little already in terms of the build and play style diversity you're looking to create. Is there anything else gameplay-wise that you would say you're hopeful creates that diversity in 26?
Besides the builds themselves and the takeover system, I think I mentioned on Twitter, we opened up some of the requirements too for like dribble styles and for dribble moves. That so the rule kind of was, if it was like an 80 rating requirement and you were like, it was like for swings only or for smalls only, that got moved to both. So that's kind of the rule. So I know people were saying like, okay, well that means that like LeBron can get Kyrie's moves, and that's not how it works.
Right.
Kyrie's still going to be limited to the small guards because it's such a high rating.
Yep.
But yeah, opening some of that up is going to, I think, hopefully create some build diversity or give people options at least. Like if they're only choosing a small guard because they want a certain dribble move style or a certain move itself, maybe they can open that up to a 6.
Said they showed nothing but offense, aka another year, no defensive help. Brother Jones next. You still not copping, right? That flamethrower build look crazy. As of right now, I'm not copying. I feel like I've seen this story before, and I don't think it's gonna end how people are thinking it's gonna end.
5 or 6 now, or 6-7.
This game is $80, by the way.
Something like that.
Big shout out to Mike for sitting down with me, but if y'all want to check out this gameplay.
All right, what's next, y'all? Y'all said Brother Jones. Shout out to Joe Knows, keeping it real into a community.
NBA 2K26 gameplay is here, and shout out to NBA 2K for allowing me to get a chance to play early, man. Shout out to them. In this video, I'm gonna cover all aspects, first gameplay impressions, and we're gonna do the impressions on shooting, dribbling, finishing, defense, and playmaking. We're gonna do all the categories. Make sure you watch the full video. This is my personal impression. I don't know what everybody else thinks. I only can give you my honest opinion. Let's get to it. Now, off rip shooting. Let's get to shooting first. The most important thing. 2K25 goofy shooting RNG was thrown into it. Now we know 2K26 has no RNG. So what is it like to have no RNG? Well, I'm gonna put it like this. You can hit everything if you're open. You literally can go 100%. And it's one of the things, if you know your time and you time it the same every time, it's going in every time. Something mad OP is if you combo rhythm shooting with it. I found this out later in the testing, that rhythm shooting.
See, look, he looks slightly late. Like, bro, that is going. This right here is gonna be broken. If this stays like this right here, this gonna be broken, bro. Bro, he's not even getting a. He's getting slightly late. Why is that going in?
Like, you don't even have to perfectly time the rhythm shooting. It'll still green. You can get one of them wrong and it'll still green, whether the tempo.
Bro, that's gonna be broken, bro. I'm saying. And hold on, listen. Let me clear this up when I say this. When I say it's gonna be broken, I'm not saying it's gonna be OP. I'm saying the people that are gonna abuse it, it's gonna be, especially somebody with a device. They're gonna be unguardable at that point. And this is literally saving somebody that's not timing the shot right. I know you have to green the tempo, but it's like, bro, he's slightly late. He's not even, he didn't really technically green the shot. He greened the tempo. Chat, how do y'all feel about rhythm shooting? This is what we're gonna do. If you like rhythm shooting, put a 1 in the chat. If you don't like rhythm shooting, put a 2 in the chat.
Or the timing. Either one. If you get one of those right, that mug go in. I'm like, what the? It was green and left and right. I'm like, oh, interesting. But shooting overall, shooting should not be an issue for almost anybody as long as you have a decent jump shot. This is gonna be the returner where people can just green everything. You see that 75 open in the corner, you might want to guard him because he might hit that shot. Because the windows are open. The windows are open. Like, shooting, hands down, every creator I talked to said shooting was easy for him. And if you look at my run last year, look, this is what I said last year. First thing I'm gonna say off rip, I was clanking a lot of shots. This is my first game with Curry. I couldn't green nothing. I walked around, I asked a few people, hey, are you having problems shooting? And they're like, yeah, low key, I only can shoot with this player, I only can shoot with that player. And I'm like, yeah, I'm noticing that too. It's shooting a little goofy, ain't it? But no, now I'm saying shooting easy. Everybody finna green. Offense, it's an offense party. We're gonna talk about defense in a little bit. It's an offense party. Everybody can green. Everybody should be able to shoot, bro. Lights out. You're gonna have people shooting 80% from the park. Guaranteed.
80%. What y'all talking about? Oh, y'all put 2s, okay. Good 2Ks have fun, easy to play. People complain about an easy game that makes it fun. 26 is gonna suck. I can't lie, it's better if you had to green 1. Can't tell how many I missed because the timing was green, but tempo was slightly early, late, vice versa.
70 to 80. All the tryhards, they not missing, bro. Especially when you put rhythm with it, they're not missing. Let's talk about the no dip thing. The no dip thing speeds your jump.
I don't like that right there. I do not like that. Imagine somebody hit a game winner and this is what they shot, bro.
Not missing. Let's talk about the no dip thing.
That's not green. This is not green, and
no
it goes in.
Thing speeds your jumper super fast. So once you combine no RNG plus rhythm plus that, yeah, the pro-am people ain't missing. The pro-am little tryhards not missing. Any sweat that want to green gonna green it all. They greening all that, okay? All.
And how will it be? Will it be consistent? That's once again the $1 million question. Will it be consistent?
All that, because it's so quick, it's gonna be hard to get a contest. It's very comp. So Mike One might be something that Mike try to touch later if y'all complain about it, but low key, that's something we need to watch. We're gonna have to keep our eye on that because that mug is really good. But I mean, maybe it should be good at the same time. You let me know if that's an issue for you or not. And as far as signatures, go-to shots, that's all the same. Not really much to talk about in there. It's the exact same as last year. You just shoot a little easier. So nothing really to talk about. Let's move on though to finishing. Now, if you're a person that like layups and hitting bull layups, you should like 2K26 because that meter is huge in most cases, and it's very easy to time. And it seems like they're catering to it. It seems like every time I use this, I green with it. Like every time. Now, granted, I wasn't playing Hall of Fame. Okay, I wasn't playing Hall of Fame, but don't let this fool you, bro. Like the greening. The ability to green that layup, and I didn't even turn the meter off. The fact that you can really green it really easy, and if you turn the meter off and add that boost, I genuinely think it's gonna be like 24's layup. You remember 24 had a crazy layup, but you can actually get green floaters very easily, hit contested layups really easily. So you feel like they reverted back, and now it's easy to hit layups again. So you like hitting bull layups in people's faces? I think you'll like this game. I like doing that, me personally. Yeah, let me hit the Euros. The slow motion Euro, all that stuff. It's cool too, a cool addition. I didn't use it all that much, so I need to experiment with that a little more. The Euros will, of course, still good. The Euros were good. But overall, I feel like there's a big improvement to layup. I feel like layups, like they kind of catering to it. Now, the dunking seems pretty good. Seems about a little bit better. It's definitely better improved since last.
You still got bad catch animations.
It's pretty good. Seems about a little bit better.
I was hoping that was something they would have looked at least, and I guess not.
It's definitely better improved since last year. Last year, they didn't feel like the dunk meter really changed that much. This year, I mean, I did a few contacts. I actually changed how contacts is. You don't flick up and down no more. So I was flicking up and down, forgetting that they changed that. So I didn't get a lot in the beginning. Until the end, I start realizing, oh, they changed it. I forgot they changed it. But I did get something off, and the meter seems bigger, a bigger green window, because no RNG, remember? So a bigger green window than last year. So contact should be pretty crazy as well, I'm assuming. Now let's get to dribbling. Now dribbling should be one of the highlights of this game. Now I'm not no dribble god. I'm a decent dribbler. I'm good enough. You feel me? Good enough to get my space off and score. But I ain't finna sit here and do all that. But I'm gonna be real, bro. I was sitting next to Koza. Koza was doing a lot of crazy stuff. Dribbling, hands down, is one of the biggest improvements of this game. Probably number one. Shooting is improved, but dribbling is number one. Hands down. They definitely improved dribbling to the point where I can see, based on what I've already found, I found SIGs myself, but I can already see people are gonna like be flying with it, like doing crazy stuff when everybody get their hands on it. It's gonna be dribble glitches, speed glitches, all that stuff. I can just tell. Hey, I'm pretty sure if you watch multiple people by now.
Chat, how do y'all feel about this stuff? Y'all already know how I feel about it. How do y'all feel about this, chat? Boy, it is pouring outside where I'm at. How do y'all feel about this information, chat? You said watch how garbage paint defense is. All right, let me see here. Watch Vlad Wavy Gaming gets raw footage. Vlad Wavy.
They all said it. I'm guarantee they all said dribbling's way better. Because it is. It is. They're not lying, bro. It is better. Better than last year. Bigs, the big guards seem they got good sig. You got good sigs on a big guard. They moving pretty well too. So it's like, I ain't gonna lie, they did good on that. I ain't got nothing but positive to say about dribbling. Dribbling's real zippy. It's zippy. Okay, it look good. For all the offensive and dribble heads, y'all should be cool, bro. You should be cool, because I was moving. And I ain't even a sweat dribbler. I'm good enough. I do a little bit because I used to try to be one of them a long time ago. But to the person who's like a dedicated dribbler, you're going to be zipping around way better than last year. Guarantee better than last year. That's what I feel about dribbling. As far as passing seems to be reworked and it seems quicker, but it depends on who I was playing with. I played with a lot of point guards, so yeah, of course they have high ball pass accuracy, so that's gonna be pretty quick. I didn't throw a lot of picks either, so I don't know if that's gonna translate to the main game, but passing is something you're gonna have to see more when we all play park and stuff. That's when you'll really know. Not against these AIs. AIs ain't as aggressive as a real person would be with lanes. So until then, you ain't gonna really know too well about passing.
So the other night, my family was deciding.
I have no idea, Ahmad. I don't like easy shooting. It's not even easy shooting. It's bailout shooting. That's what it is. It's not even the fact that the shooting is easy. It's bailing people out is what I don't like. If somebody hits a game winner on you and they get they do early, but the tempo is excellent, that should not be a game winner shot.
I didn't what to watch because Apple TV Plus comes with a Sapphire Reserve card. And I asked, what's your favorite show? And they all said, The Studio.
Now let's get to my baby, defense. All right, so I've been pretty positive this whole video. I've been pretty positive. W criticism, right? But I ain't gonna lie, there is something I'm a little concerned about, just a little bit. And it's defense. Defense, well, the fact that Mike did remove the can plug steals, I'll tell you what, I couldn't get a single steal this whole playtest. I couldn't get a steal unless I blitz for it. That's the only way. You're not just gonna pluck somebody. It's not happening, especially with all this dribble moves, all this zipping, everything. You gotta think about everything I just said. Okay, think about that, and then is defense gonna be good enough to stop everything that I just named? I named all that good finishing, layup.
Jay, do you not like what you see? It's not about do I like what I see. It's about I've already seen this story, Tay. That's what this is about. And many of you have already seen this story before. That's what this is about. It's not about if I'm liking what I'm seeing. It's about I've already seen this story multiple times. Everything sounds cool. And what happens? Told you they ain't focused on defense, shaking my head, too offensive heavy.
You got the dribblers zipping left and right behind the backs going crazy. Curry slide is crazy, by the way. I forgot to mention. Curry slide is crazy. Scottie Pippen said go crazy. All this stuff, right? We got all this stuff going crazy, but can we guard it? I don't think so. I ain't gonna lie. I think the average dribbler will be able to beat the average defender. You gotta be really good on D to really clamp up in this game. You can call it skill gap, sure. It could be a skill gap because I talked to Dooms, and because Dooms played a little bit more than me, he was telling me there is defense, but it's an offense. He definitely agrees with me that it's a offense-powered game. And I asked him, I was like, look, bro, if you had to rate the game out of 100%, which way is it leaning towards and more overpoweredness out of 100%? He said 75% offense, 25% defense. That's all I heard. I heard enough. I knew it. My prediction, this is I don't know if I'm gonna share opinions with anybody. They might say defense is amazing, best. I don't agree. I
can see the community saying right now, bro, there's no defense on this game. This game is not balanced. I can see the comments now. If this game is offensive heavy, the community is going to say something about the defense. They're gonna say, bro, there's no defense. People can make every shot. This is not consistent. This is like all types of stuff.
Played all gameplay majority of this play test. I focus on gameplay the most. I wasn't even in a builder like that. I didn't get to the builder till the last 3 hours. The first 6, I was playing nonstop play nows. I was on nonstop play now because I wanted to see. And I ain't gonna lie, you can't steal the ball. It's hard to stay in front of the AI sometimes because they move so quick. And it just don't seem like you can keep up with them all the time. I don't really feel that defensive pressure. I don't, bro. I'm just being honest. I didn't feel it. Maybe someone else feel it. I also didn't play PvP either. So that may be the difference here. But But normally you can still get a decent gauge here. You can get a decent gauge on defense. But me personally, man, the fact that you can't steal the ball at all as a lock sucks to me. You know, that sucks to me personally. I know you guards happy, you giggling, but it's gonna suck when you try to stop them and you ain't got nothing to stop them with. You know, the best thing you can do is blitz. You just gotta turn it into Ray Lewis. You gotta go to Ray Lewis in this game. Everybody gotta be prime Ray Lewis, angry prime Ray Lewis, and blitz. Lawrence Taylor at the edge, blitz. Dwight Freeney, blitz. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta. That's the only way to get a steal. But even then, due to these SIGs that I'm seeing and that you're seeing, that ain't gonna be enough, baby. That ain't gonna be enough to stop them. The offense gonna be crazy. I don't think defense is enough to stop it. You got no dip shoot, what makes you shoot super quick. You got all of this layup stuff. The layup meter bag. Layup meter is actually stronger than it was last year. And to add, look at this background. I'm on Wembanyama, right? Curry is taking it up on me. Why can't I block this shot? Now, I know y'all like, you're just thread down. Bro, I know how to block this. Bro, come on, bro. I play center a lot. I know how to block a shot. And for some reason, this drill was unnecessarily hard. Like, it wouldn't allow me to block Curry. I told a couple people that I'm like, bro, why can't I block Curry right now? What is this? I mean, I know you say you got to time it good, and I actually was, bro. I'd wait for him to jump, and then I'd go. You know what I'm saying? And even one of these, he actually hit the joint in my face with the contest. I'm like, oh, really? Oh, really? That's why I said this. You know, look at this one right here. That's crazy. I pushed it. It didn't even register. Once again, I'm in the paint again. Nothing. I'm like, okay. What's going on with this paint defense, chat? What's going on with this paint defense? Look at this. Look, bro. It won't let me block. I was literally getting pissed, bro. I was literally getting mad. I'm like, bro, I know I'm not
playing Madden today. I'll try to. Am I streaming it? I don't know. Team got some new players on there though, for sure. I keep getting these flood warnings. I don't know. I'm about to look outside real quick. So y'all said react to who next?
Not this rusty, bro. I'm not this rusty, bro. I'm jumping with Curry. It will not block it. That's why I'm, yeah. Look. Finally, I got it off. It may be a chance. Everybody that I've told it to, when they ask, yo, John, what you think about the game? Matter of fact, let's get to the summary. So I'm the same thing that the creators when they walk up to me, John, what you think about the game? All right, here go my impression of the game. Full impression based on everything. Based on everything, man, I think it's a step up from NBA 2K25. I think they did a good job advancing the downfalls, basically, of 2K25. The dribbling is better. They added a lot of...
What am I looking at?
Do you know what's really fun? Making a website on Wix.
Hey, we're How Ridiculous, 3 childhood friends and...
Before we get into the video, I want to give a huge shout out to 2K for flying me out to Community Day so I could play and capture 2K26 early. Y'all know I couldn't leave y'all without any play now gameplay, so I'm going against my brother Kobe. In this one, he has the Mavericks and I have the Lakers. We also have another gameplay where I had the Spurs and he had the Rockets. That will be on his channel. It is linked in the description box and the pinned comment down below. And before we get into the gameplay, I just want to apologize ahead of time for the audio. We weren't able to use my lavalier mics for this one, so we had to use the iPhone mic in a loud environment. Comment down below below, whose voice do you hear in the background? I want to see if y'all recognize it. And without further ado, let's get right into the gameplay.
Who is that? Is that Baby Keem? And Soulja Boy?
Alright, that's fine. Alright, cool.
Can expand? Look at that arm.
I don't know who I'm gonna put on. It's gonna have to be Clay.
Yeah, my face, bro.
That's right. Rebound coming. Let's go.
All right, man.
Oh my goodness.
Hey!
Let's go. Come on, Luka.
All right, we use Zach.
Good D.
We got Zach out of the way. Obviously, we got to try with the MVP.
Good.
Let me get a little screen, try to see if I can get some free.
Come on, really. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, we gotta finish those.
Bro,
having a time every single left is OD.
Reeves. Nah, it is OD.
I like it though, but it's just an adjustment. Oh my goodness.
Let's go, Aiden. Good board, Luka.
Come on, Kyrie.
So what I'm getting from this is a sped up 25 with just easier shooting.
Okay.
Ron. Oh my goodness.
All right. Now we're gonna switch though. We're gonna switch.
Ron looks like he got a different body type.
He does, and they push his hairline back too.
Ian, what was it? A red? Late? Cool. Shoot it. Go. What is that?
It is making.
Why is he getting glitched?
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, Brian. Oh no, don't like this. Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh.
That's cool. I left him open.
Nice 2K.
Why was he getting glitchy?
Whoa.
That's regular. Are we serious? Early? You playing with me, bro?
Come on, cool. That's a good D. Come on, board. Oh, good board, cool. I want to break. Trailer. One more.
Oh shit. Tough.
There go with Jeff.
This game is, like I said, this is literally a sped up 25 with easier shooting.
Hey.
Oh my goodness, Luka.
Give me that. Oh man.
Right, come on, right. Yep. Snatch.
Oh my goodness.
Board. No, sir.
Damn.
Rebound.
Hey! Not on Bron. Reeves, he loves that wing, bruh.
Yes, pro play is horrible. It is absolutely awful. What makes you think pro play is good? I want you to answer that too, since you wanted to come in here and say, what do you got to say, Jimmy? Is pro play still trash? Yes, it's horrible.
I don't know.
And he got his headband finally.
There you go.
Right, yep. Let's use the actual superstars from the team. I'm tripping. Yeah. Go ahead, Dizzy. Hey! Oh, I forgot about different.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So I just had a time that word with triangle, bruh.
Go it down.
I forgot about that.
I don't know if y'all can tell by the speed of that, like.
Bro, that's
Yo,
yeah,
I think that shit fire, bro.
Hold up. Good stopping, Pop, Luka.
We gotta get back in this game, fellas. Y'all call time out, coach. Do you think they
That
can?
shit's fire, bro.
All right, fellas, let's lock in. And then I see D-Lo on the court, bro. Down 30-17.
I don't want to see D-Lo on the court.
Yeah, let me go ahead and get
I'll foul him again.
Let me see it.
I'm tripping.
Yeah, get D-Lo off this floor.
Boys crashing out in the background. Y'all heard that?
Let me see it.
I'm tripping.
Yeah, get D-Lo off this floor. Who that?
You know what's funny, you? Guess what? We say the same thing every year, and tell me how that story ends. Because you haven't even played the game yet. Mind you, you're saying all of this, you haven't played the game yet. What has been the outcome of this story that you have seen?
Oh, wow. Oh, it's for the first quarter. That's why.
Oh, no.
Hey, nah, dude, they're going to have to stay out there.
Okay. Hold on. Which one for the video?
Oh, my.
I ain't mean that.
It's your age.
You roll that? Damn, you look old.
Come on, D-Lo. They hating on you.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh!
What are you?
Oh, the Lakers might be back. They still can't compete with OKC in this game, but they're going to be more fun than usual.
Yep, let's go.
I don't know what just happened.
D-Lo, bro. The D-Lo just happened.
Bro, what is...
Bron. Oh, that's all.
Horrible.
Don't piss me off, bro. You're gonna have me getting it too much.
Maybe I'm just not. This ain't my year. Should get 27 chat.
Oh, damn. Oh, the shot.
Bro, no.
Ooh.
Damn, that team up over there.
Yeah, I see. I'm going to try to game plan after this.
And that's another thing. People forgetting the prices of a My Player. A lot of y'all about to be spending almost $300. Like, that's a lot of money, bruh, for a video game.
Good
Good
defense, y'all.
Oh, that's cap, Jay, because you're doing no money spent on Madden. Yeah, on Madden. Right? Are you going to do no money spent on 2K? Absolutely not. You already know what's going to happen. That's what I'm saying. You've seen that story before.
Let's go. Come on, Coop. Be aggressive. Be aggressive, boy. Yep. AD.
Can we get there?
Bro, what's up with the slowdown?
I've seen it enough. I'm sorry. I can't continue to... Is there another video he dropped? What other video did this brother drop?
Before we get into the video, I want to give a huge shout out to 2K for flying me out to Community Day so I could play and capture part, bro. You already boring to me. On a we're gonna and I was able to get blocks on LeBron and SGA. And Brianna Stewart is a bucket, bro. She was cashing out for me. The only problem with the WNBA players is the height difference. If you have a WNBA card going against somebody with an NBA card who knows what they're doing, 9 times out of 10 you're probably gonna lose that matchup. Not saying it's impossible to beat the NBA player with a WNBA player, but overall they just don't match up height wise unless it's like guard versus guard.
Mind you, this is Play Now, bro, y'all. This is hilarious. I'm gonna save this shit. I'm gonna come back to all of these comments so I can have proof of evidence on what some of y'all be saying. You haven't even played the game yet. Well, actually, you have, because I mean, it might be like I said, sped up 25. But you're saying this stuff like you've already played the game and stuff like that. Like, yeah, pro play's not the problem. It's definitely not the solution.
After seeing that you are able to stop NBA players with them, I'm a fan of it, and I definitely plan on using them for a lot of theme videos. Now, let us get into All-Star Team Up. Before I even say anything, I'm just going to show y'all the gameplay from it, and I want y'all to let me know how y'all personally feel about it.
Wait, what?
About it.
And the reason I'm showing this is because people were like, oh, we need the old intros back. Well, guess what, buddy? Guess what? They're running it back with the intros that they gave you previously. Like I told you, they're running it back. They're running it back. Look at how the game looks. What's the difference? What am I looking at that's different? So no talking, okay. Y'all said watch Koza.
Hey man, dribbling in NBA 2K26. And to be 100% honest with y'all, I'm nowhere near as excited today as I am for tomorrow. Dribbling with NBA players always kind of capped the potential of like showcasing the dribbling, but there are some flashes here and there to digest and get excited about from today's Play Now on My Team footage. Tomorrow is just like a whole different beast. I seriously cannot wait. But for today, I still tried to do my best to record like the best possible dribbling gameplay I could from the 26 event. And in today's video, I'll be going over what I like, as well as some concerns I have with the game, even though it's not a, a feedback event, it's a content event only. But I got some notes jotted down here and things to talk about. Just do me a favor, drop a like on today's video, subscribe to the channel, and be sure to check out the NBA 2K Labs website for all information with builds, animations, badges, and use code KOZA for a discount if you're looking to see some real 225. But if you compare this game to 25 or any game to 25, it's gonna feel better. We have to not look at it through that lens, because anything's gonna be better than 25. We have to compare this. What I've been trying to do myself is compare this with games like 24, 23, 22, 20, 19, 21. But continuing with the dribbling, like the momentum being back and the momentum behind the backs, I don't know if they hit like 19 did. Just because the behind the back animation was so good in 19 and 18 and 17 and all that. But the momentum behind the back, there's like some variety there. Like you can, if you delay, you could do a momentum.
Yeah, but you're missing my point. We say this every single year, and what is the outcome? Yeah, all this saying and how it looks cool. What is the outcome? That's all I'm saying.
Momentum, and then wait just a split second, and then you can do moving behind the backs. Like you can do the Scottie Pippen one, which is like cracked, or you can do a momentum and then immediately after do the explosive behind the back. So you kind of have options there. If you have Pippen on, you can do the momentum, wait a split second, do the moving behind the back, or if you have something like Kobe White, John Morant, Devin Booker, you can momentum and immediately do an explosive behind the back. And you can kind of look for, you don't have to look for one specific.
This rain. Hold on, give me a second, chat.
Specific move in a package. You can have different moves in one package to be good, and you can use that with the momentum or anything within the game, just comboing up with it. Like if I had Booker on, I can do the momentum and wait and do the moving behind the back after, or I can momentum and do the explosive behind the back, and they're both the animations are good. And another thing with the snatchbacks and the momentum behind the back, like momentum behind the back, I'm sure you guys can see it, and I'm not breaking down stuff, I'm kind of just rambling right now, but I'm sure you guys can see it. The momentum behind the back into the snatchback, the moving snatchbacks look very good, feel really good, but you can momentum into like a momentum behind the back, do a moving snatchback, set your feet quick, and go immediately into the walk back size up. Now the walk back size ups, I probably did it too many times there, bro. I've been labbing 19, like I haven't played 25 in a couple months, but I've been playing 2K19, just dribbling, and just doing the walk back size ups is something that I was already doing in 19. And then now that I can do it in 26, it's actually unbelievable that you can do this many different dribble moves in 2K, just considering the direction 2K's been going. It was seriously like unbelievable playing the game. I did not expect a game like this. But also the escape crosses. You see like the Curry escape cross got reworked. There's some, good escape turbo crosses from standing stationary, but also like the combination moves that we had that were introduced last year. Pretty much 25, if you held turbo and you flicked left right or right left, you would get these combinations coming out of your escape package. Now, what I felt was those are kind of cracked. Like, I was looking at Kyrie SGA, it looked kind of insane, like explosive too, and you're still in a standing position, so you can do that big crossover. You're going to get another crossover animation, and you can do that into a walk back size up. I talk about this a little bit in the 2K Labs video as well, and I kind of give you guys a little tutorial with a hand cam on that. But that's another thing, just like with the behind the backs, you can have one good moving behind the back, one good explosive behind the back, one good standing behind the back, or you can have multiple of them be good and do a variety of different dribbling combinations. Same thing with the escapes. You can do the escape turbo cross with the Kemba, the Trey, the Curry, and the Kyrie even felt really good. But you also have the combination moves within them, and they're not completely troll. Things like, I didn't test go-to shots, and I didn't test too many hop jumpers. I do have some Dylan Brooks hop jumper clips, but things can be cool. But if they don't work with a defender in front of you, or they don't work online, then it's just going to look cool and it's not going to be, done all year. But having a lot of animations they look to be super effective. I can't wait to play PvP with Custom Sigs. We play PvP on My Team Park, but those are My Team cards, and those are the bad My Team cards with all of their animations. It's not the 100 overall like we got at the end of the year of 25. But there's a lot of good things that felt really good about 26. I just hope the game stays the same so you guys can experience the same game that I experienced at Community Day. Because 25, I don't think they did it intentionally, but 25 felt different after Community Day from the official launch. Some things got tweaked. I don't think they meant to get tweaked. Sometimes when 2K patches something or puts in something, that something else kind of gets messed up or tweaked. Maybe one of those deals happened. But I just remember.
That's how I know you capping you, bro. There was a lot of people saying 25 was gonna be good. Do I gotta pull up the 2K25 Community Day stuff? Do I gotta do that?
Remember 2K25 Community Day being able to speed boost to my ball hand with the Fox, and that crushed my heart when the game came out, and then I couldn't do that. Crushed my heart when the Jordan Clarkson hop jumper got nerfed. I didn't think it was a game-breaking move, and so now it's not like is dribbling good? Is how bad is it going to get nerfed, or is it going to get nerfed? I think the direction 2K is going this year is more of a fun game, especially considering community feedback, and that would be amazing. That's how it felt playing, and I just hope it stays like that and they don't give up on this. But some concerns, I'll go over concerns real quick that I just found, even though, like I said, it's not a feedback event, but I do give 2K my feedback directly. So some concerns: I was getting random fumble animations whenever I was dribbling in the Learn 2K. I don't know if it's because I was spamming something or I had low stamina, even though stamina was off. I don't know exactly what was going on, but with like Booker and stuff, I would randomly fumble whenever I did something. Rhythm shooting might be a concern. I'm greening like 3/4 bars, but like Mike said, you only have to green the tempo, not the shot timing with rhythm shooting. It just felt too easy to me, but also, I don't know. The biggest concern for me is the latency at inputs. We all know 2K is a rough game with latency. And input's not inputting. You press a button and it doesn't input. You gotta press it a few times. The servers can be rough. I'm just hoping that the game online, that first day, feels like how it did in like the Learn 2K, and it feels snappy. Another concern with stamina, I noticed, like especially with LeBron or some we didn't have stamina in the Learn 2K. And I didn't play any play now, but my stamina did get like cooked with some My Team cards, but that could be a handles for days thing. We gotta see. I might go Hoff or Legend handles for days just to combat that, but stamina did feel a little crazy. But again, 2K doesn't want people dribbling like crackheads. Another concern is some moves. You might have seen it in some of the clips. Some random moves, it was at random. Some moves looked really slowed down. It could be the same move. Like I could do a misdirection, it'd be cool. But if I did a misdirection another time, it could randomly be a slow one. I think that has to do with how quick or slow I'm flicking my stick in combinations. Like, we got like what 9 hours to play, but it really didn't feel like a whole lot to figure the game out. It's just one day. I definitely have to hop in the mind court whenever the game officially launches, but some moves were slow. But you know, Mike did say that, you know, it depends on how fast you flick your right stick. So I just hope it's that. And another, you know, big concern, the last concern I'm gonna talk about, is just things changing before the game officially launches. Like, there was some Twitter talks, some, you know, words going around, or word going around that things will be nerfed before the official game launches. And I just hope that's not what happens, man. I just hope you guys can experience what the game I experienced. I haven't had that feeling playing 2K since like a long time, right? It was like that feeling of the Battlefield 6 beta. I don't know if you guys played that, but the Battlefield 6 beta was so refreshing. It was like fast, and it was just a solid game. It was a good mix between having really good, fast, solid movement, but also keeping things real at the same time. And then a tweet came out that they're going back to the more original Battlefield movement, and then like they're slowing down the speed, or you know, they're slowing down a lot of stuff. And then you know, now it's cooked, dude. I don't know. So I don't know. There's a lot can happen from now and when the game officially launches. But I'm gonna be here labbing, and I'll try to give the best information that I can about the information that I have. But with all that being said, man, make sure y'all drop a like. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna try to upload pretty consistently. September, I do got a pretty crazy month ahead of me with you know, like my baby's due in like 2 weeks and doing things for the labs. It's gonna be a really crazy year. But with dribbling being this good, you know, my chair is going to stink. So, yeah, like I said, drop a like, subscribe, use code KOZA at NBA2KLabs.com for their premium membership. They're about to be going crazy with all these testing with the jump shots and all that. Shooting felt really good, so I literally cannot wait. But it's been KOZA. I'll catch you on the next one.
I work from home, so bundling Spectrum, internet, and TV has been super important for our family. I do online work. I also do remote programming. Our bills have been affordable, can't complain.
Fast, reliable.
Oh, man. Oh. Okay. Chat, how we feel, chat? Tay said they about to kill it before it drops. That's what I'm saying, Prof. Like, this dude, you keep talking, acting like now all of a sudden Disneyland or Disney World is free. It's like, bro, you've already experienced this before. It's the same experience as going to Six Flags. Like, it's nothing no different. Oh nah, Jada, you know, it's like they changed the colors of the colors of Disney now, so it's like it's different now. Like what? Like what? like what? Let me see if I can find. Hold on. What up, Pay? Bro, where is the gameplay reveal from last year? I want to see if I can find what they were saying. Alright, we're gonna watch this right here, bro. Because I want people to see this.
There's a lot of competition that's going on here.
Eat my dust, Cinna! No!
Here's how we created our Pet Steps app for
That's what I'm saying, Nico. And we've already seen how that story has ended multiple times.
project. First, the brush.
Now the lasso for tweaking.
We've got the new dribbling system, including speed boosting. We've got the new go-to shots that can lead to some insane greens. We've got the shot rating you need to green consistently. We've got the mid-range game covered for all you midi magicians.
So what was you telling me? What was you telling me, you? Like I just told you, we were saying the same stuff last year, bro.
Out there. We've got the new rhythm shooting system.
And Joe knows a real content creator. He keep everything real, bro.
For all you slashers, we've got a detailed meter dunking breakdown. We're gonna cover the all-new shot contest system, and for all the centers, we cover the standing dunks and the paint mash. We've got Devin Booker floaters, we've got scoopers, everything you need to know about layups. We've got everything from paint defense to perimeter bumps to bump steals. Lockdown, stay tuned. Of course, we're gonna break down post scoring, and spoiler alert, it's really good again. We've got ankle breakers, blowout dribbles, Patty Mills jump shot. Everything you want to know about NBA 2K25 is in this video. Drop a like. Let's get it to 10,000 likes, and let's get into it. And let's talk about dribbling. Okay, there was a lot of things floating around the internet about how you could not speed boost on this game. I don't know. Listen, y'all gotta be careful who y'all talk to. You can speed boost on 2K25. Okay, let's chill. You can speed boost. Okay, was it different? Absolutely. Is it going to take us a little while to figure out how to speed boost out of every single move on the game? Of course. Just like 2K24, in the beginning of the game, nobody could speed boost out of stuff. People were spamming Magic Johnson crossover for like 2 months, right? It took us a while. People thought you had to have Kyrie Irving dribble style to speed boost. And then we realized, okay, you got to do a hezzy out of each dribble move, and then you can burst cleanly. It's going to be something like that along the lines for 25 as well. We just got to find the sauce. People like Young Dirk and Koza were doing a lot more dribble labbing than me. I just tested it a little bit. I speed boosted with De'Aaron Fox, with John Morant, with LeBron James. And for those of you that were also wondering, LeBron hopback is back. Yeah, you still get the big hopback. And for the small guards, I mean, Chris Paul's got the same thing. So LeBron hopback is back. You're going to be doing it. The combos, the quick little combos that like Steph Curry has to like dance behind a screen, and John Morant right there to like get into the mid-range, they felt pretty smooth, pretty clean. I labbed up a little bit. You know, you could spam like the Ja aggressive combo breakdown. And I chained together some decent little moves. In my opinion, the big players almost moved better than the small players. But like, look at, I'm speed boosting with De'Aaron Fox, like no problem. And this was me labbing for like 5 to 10 minutes, you know? So that whole thing, people were tweeting, oh, there's no speed boosting. I don't know what these people, I don't know if they played the same game as me, but you see the cross launch on the crossover right there, little like quick, I guess kind of quick stop pull up, the Magic crossover into like the John Wall crossover to the hoop right here. There's definitely going to be some ways to get open. We just gotta, you know, 20 minutes of labbing the demo game at Community Day is not enough. It's going to take a little while. You see the John Wall snatchback from last year. There's a lot of ways that we're going to figure out to get open, whether you're on a bigger player, a smaller player. You can speed boost. Dribbling is different, 100%. Just like every other year. We got to lab it up. We got to find out the best SIGs. We're using NBA players. NBA players, even a Kyrie Irving, De'Aaron Fox, a Trae Young, they do not have optimized SIGs. They have a couple good SIGs, but they don't have like your My Player where you have, you know, one of the best animations in every category. They might have 1 or 2 or 3 good dribble moves in their package of whatever it is, 10 dribble moves, let's say, while your My Player has 10 good animations. All animations you have are good and give you clean bursts and clean movement. These guys are, you know, they're NBA players. They have their actual SIGs. Some of them are trash. Some of their SIGs are trash. Just a bug almost hit me in the eye. Some of their SIGs are trash every year, right? So let's relax. I think we're gonna be fine. Just like at the beginning of
I think this is the first year you actually played the game. Like, he hasn't played the recent couple of 2Ks. I think that's what that is. This might be like his second time playing 2K, and his mind is like, nah, bro, like this one's gonna be it. And it's like, bro, you haven't played the recent 2Ks to where you haven't seen how the story ends, bro. You haven't. This gotta be like, yo, first, like nobody. Let's ask that question. Nobody asked for pro play number one. That's number one. You do realize, Juju, there used to be more than just NBA animations, right? You used to actually have more than just NBA jump shots. It wasn't just NBA players. It was actually more than other things to choose from. So when you try to say pro play is helping the game, it's really not. Nobody asked for it. The way 26 looks like 22 dribbling. Like, this gotta be like your second time playing a 2K game, bro. This stuff happens every single year, bro. Apparently not, because you obviously think the story about to end different this time. And I hope the game does good. But if we're being real here, let's be honest.
24, and it felt stiff, it felt slow. Nobody could figure out how to move cleanly and speed boost. And like I said, people were spamming Magic Johnson crossover for like a month or two. We're gonna figure it out. When it comes to Steezo's gonna go crazy on this game. I was able to like dribble backwards a little bit, and I'm not I'm not.
So if it's not helping the game, then why is it in the game? If it's not helping the game, why is it in the game? They could have got rid of it. Just like how they could have got rid of rhythm shooting. If they would have got rid of pro play and rhythm shooting, I'd have pre-ordered the game 7 days early. Because maybe 2K might have cooked something up. But they didn't do that. And they also making more than one game still. So there you have it.
Steezo's going to go absolutely insane on this game. All right, so let's look at the new shot timing profiles. You have layup timing and shot timing profiles. So for layup timing, you have real player percentage, low, normal, and high risk. You still have your shot timing visual cue. At least in the demo version, you couldn't create the custom cue that they had talked about, so you could just choose from the ones from last year, so I put it on push. And then for the shot timing profile, you see it's set to difficulty based, which is basically it just automatically adjusts depending on the difficulty you're playing on, so I don't know how that's going to work with online gameplay, if that's going to be an option. But you still have real player percentage, low, normal, and high risk. And essentially, you can read the descriptions here, but the higher the risk you go, the more your timing matters. And I'm going to be honest, unless you have bad Wi-Fi or you're just extremely new to 2K, after testing normal and high risk and all these options, everyone's going to play on high risk. Like everyone that plays the game and is, I'd say, average to above average, unless you have...
Bro, I've already done my whole breakdown on pro play, and I've made videos on it multiple times. I'm tired of sounding like a broken record. Y'all know my take on pro play. It doesn't help nothing with the game. The game is slow and clunky. Do I have to load up NBA 2K16 and play it right now and show y'all there's a complete difference? The fact that I can get on NBA 2K16 with a 55 overall, and you think that builds like an 85. Like, what are we talking about here? I'm tired of breaking down things that I've already talked about.
Bad Wi-Fi, you're going to play on high risk because it gives you more control over whether you green or not. And shooting on high risk, as you're going to see, even with low 3-point ratings, I was still able to spark. So here's what I was talking about. You see I have it set to high risk reward on your shot timing profile, okay? And I'm using Ja Morant here. The difficulty is on Hall of Fame, and we're gonna go in and we're gonna check out Ja's 3-point rating. It is a 70.
I'd rather mocap than pro play. Pro play is just not, it's not the answer. Mocap is way better than pro play. And I didn't play 21, so I can't answer for 21 because I didn't play it. But I heard 21 was one of the worst games. I never played 21.
8 3-point rating, and I did go look at his badges after. He has no limitless range, so not even bronze limitless range. He's got a few shooting badges, if I remember correctly, but I just looked to see if he had limitless. It's on Hall of Fame, and this is using Ja's jump shot base with no jump shot boost. I don't think he had any 3-point hot zones, and I was still able to just...
Zaxby's just dropped new lemon pepper, so you can get that zesty lemon and cracked black pepper.
I spent 7 hours, 16 minutes, and 41 seconds with Forehead to Monitor at Community Day, gathering all the intel there is on NBA 2K26's gameplay. And I must admit, in NBA 2K26, if you ain't got no stick skill, get ready to have emotional damage with HD graphics, courtesy of fast-paced gameplay, dribble gods, and a defensive system that hangs you out to dry. In other words, the skill gap is back, and this year, it's actually fun. So smash that like button, get ready to learn quick stopping, because it's time to break down everything we know about gameplay in NBA 2K26. But wait, before I give you all this free sauce, I gotta give a huge shout out to NBA 2K. And boy, let me tell you, there's a lot. 2K26 is all about skill, as heard straight from Mike Wayne.
Skill? That was a big goal for us this year. Make sure that the outcome of the game is dictated by the gamer, not by anything else.
This is what I'm saying, Kez. I've seen this story multiple times. And you know what's funny? How does it involve skill if you can rhythm shoot, but not, you can get in early, but just because you time the tempo is going in? That's skill? I don't know about that one. I don't know. It's just funny, bro. Like,
to translate for you, I'm letting all y'all know right now, a bunch of y'all getting exposed this year. Don't blame the game. It's time to get in the lab and learn how to master these new major changes to gameplay. Right off the rip, the first thing you gotta understand is the speed. As heard in yesterday's vlog, the game is significantly faster in NBA 2K26. That 10% bump made a huge difference in the overall pace of each game. All-Star Team Up was fast, chaotic, but most importantly fun, which is surprising because it seems like the court is much smaller than the 2K25 rec court. Yet the speed differential is much improved in the half court and on breaks. Blink twice and all of a sudden you're down 6 point in triple threat park games. Fast-paced gameplay is the reason most of us fell in love with NBA 2K. And in NBA 2K26, its impact can be felt in every aspect of the game, especially when it comes to this first category. Playmaking with fast-paced gameplay just hits different. Ankle breakers are a bit sweeter, dots to the corner causes for celebration, and ISO buckets come with straight ease. The game is way more responsive than 25, and with the up game speed, the ISO gods will be moving in 2K26. So if you love to dribble, here are 3 things you need to know about playmaking in NBA 2K26. Momentum crosses are back and available with any dribble style. To do it, flick up on the right stick, then hold R2 and flick the left stick in the opposite direction to momentum cross. Quick Protect Dribbles is new to NBA 2K25, and if you're gonna be the primary ball handler, you need to know how to use this feature. Use Quick Protect Dribbles to avoid steals from lockdowns, while also giving yourself a powerful tool to combo defenders right into crabs. To do it, tap L2 at any time to get this Quick Protect animation. But lastly, inverted crosses are back, but are extremely difficult to master. Basically, you have to cross over using the right stick, then hold R2 while quickly crossing back to the same hand. It was super hard for me to do, but if you look at this footage, statistics had my back.
why not just go with your own word, you? Content creators are human. You do realize that, right? Just go with your own word. If you like how the game looks, then cop it for yourself and see how it is. This is calling my name, Jay. Chat, help me. People already complaining on Twitter is what I'm seeing.
If you want a full breakdown how to do it, check him out. But y'all let me know in the comments, can you see yourself mastering these moves? Old heads will say that it's cheesy or exploity, but dribbling in NBA 2K26 feels fun again. Simplistic dribblers like myself can use left stick dribbling and speed boosting to get open for quick buckets, while advanced dribble guys like Statistics can create insane combinations with left stick canceling, L2 canceling, shot canceling, momentums, and so forth. Take it from Cheese.
Steezo is gonna be super tough. Oh God.
Dribbling is back, so if you want an in-depth tutorial on everything they found during Community Day, check out dribblers like Statistics, Koza, Fana, Spam, and Dooms. But as for me, I'ma stick to what I do best when it comes to playmaking, and that's making reads with my passing. Does it feel better than last year? Yes. Is passing actually great? I don't really think so. It seems clear that 2K wants us to utilize the other pass types in the game, talking about wrap passes in tight spaces, lob entry passes to the paint, and so on. But I'ma be honest, the icon is the only real way to guarantee the pass is thrown to the right person. So until something changes, I'm not taking any chances. I'ma still pass with icon and be mad when I throw it at somebody's body. But before you start any game in NBA 2K26, you need to make sure you turn off these two settings, so the game does not sell you. Here's how you can find them. Hit start, then under controller settings, go down to passive hand dribbles. Turn that setting off. This will give you the most control by making sure the ball hand doesn't change inadvertently thanks to the game. Then in the same...
And then you got people on Twitter too, they're gonna be trending again like how they do every year. Mike Wang gonna disappear. Where the hell is Baluba at? That brother on vacation, man. I don't understand. I went to Community Day and this game is not what I...
Controller settings. Scroll down further until you get to auto lob to moving receiver. This is something new for 2K26 and you want to make sure this is off. But turning this setting off stops you from throwing slow lob entry passes to somebody cutting to the paint. I guess they said most of y'all don't have any IQ anyway, but if you leave this setting on, any Billy, Timmy, or Bobby can steal the ball off cuts to the paint. Don't say I ain't never put you on. Last couple things for playmaking. Adrenaline is still in the game and works pretty much the same as 25. When you speed boost off more than one dribble, you're gonna lose a bar. But if you're skilled, from what I heard, you can short cancel to keep your adrenaline bars from depleting. But if we're being honest, in 2K26, it's not the adrenaline bars you gotta worry about. Spamming dribble moves will eat your stamina super quick, making it significantly easier as a defender to pluck the ball from you. So be mindful of what combos you use. But I know what you're already thinking. Boomy, it sounds like Mike gave dribblers the world. Will the defense actually be able to keep up? And to that I say, you gotta wait and see. Cause we not done talking about the changes to the offense. RNG is gone in NBA 2K26. Yeah, that was the headline, but what does that actually mean? Well, unlike NBA 2K25, when you hit the green window, 99.9% of the time, it will go in. But please don't get that confused. That does not mean varied shot timings are gone. If you grab somebody in 2K26, it's gonna speed up. And sometimes randomly it slows down. Overall, shooting feels way better and much improved than 2K25.
Welcome to Visible, the ultimate wireless hack. It's one line.
But knowing your jump shot cue is key to increasing your shot percentage. Let me just keep it real. It's extremely easy to shoot on NBA 2K26. if you master these 3 shooting skills. Rhythm shooting was completely reworked in NBA 2K26, and it's even more OP than 2K25. How, you may ask? It's because with rhythm shooting in 2K26, you technically can hit white even though it's green or miss, thanks to the new green conditions for rhythm shooting. So listen closely as I explain how it works. To rhythm shoot in 2K26, you still hold the right stick in any direction, then flick the right stick in the opposite of that direction, matching the speed of the animation you see on screen. However, there's one major change that can completely break this system. Instead of having to green the push timing and tempo, you can essentially white your timing, but as long as you match the speed of the animation on
I told you I don't like that. I do not like that because that's bailing somebody out that's not really timing the shot.
Screen to its recommended jump shot green point, you'll still make the shot. So if you want to make every shot in 2K26, you better get to learning rhythm shooting because it's extremely lethal if you combine it with this next skill. I promise I'm not passing you the ball in NBA 2K26 if you're not using this new feature. Corner sitters, you'll be open every single time if you use no dip, catch, and shoots. It's extremely easy to use. All you do is hold L2 off ball before the pass is thrown to get an extremely quick release when shooting. And that's before you factor in custom jump shots. Moral of the story, we're catching corners lacking all 2026 with pocket rockets from deep. Quick stopping is back in NBA 2K26 and it's easier than ever. To quick stop, all you do is flick the right stick up while holding turbo. Then let everything go before you shoot the ball. Go under screens and I promise you cook. Mwah, get it out the net. Basically in NBA 2K26, shooting is easy with green or miss. Shots are lightning fast, especially for WNBA players. Hopefully Caitlin Clark's release is available in my career because I'm telling you, it's soup. And mid-ranges are still the preferred go-to shot. Limitless will have to be tested when the game comes out because we know latency affects that shot more than others. But if you were a consistent shooter in NBA 2K25 through the RNG, you'll be just fine in 2K26. And if you didn't, I'll have plenty of tutorials here to help you build your skill along the way. Or you could come over to the dark side by mastering this next category. Old head buckets are thriving in NBA 2K26. No matter if you're pressing your W key all the way to the rim or finishing with finesse in the post, you'll have an abundance of ways to attack the
23 looks like 26, but faster. Seems like offense is going to be OP. I've seen a lot of people saying defense is not looking like there's any defense in the game. We'll see how that continues. I just know this community is going to spaz when they realize people are able to make shots. I just know that's going to happen.
Paint. So don't be a fool. Become a master slasher in 2K26 by bullying defenders with these new moves. The dunk meter is extremely easy to use in NBA 2K26. Just hold R2 and the right stick back to trigger a meter dunk. But unlike in NBA 2K25, if you have a high driving dunk, the majority of the time, your player will attempt to boom the ball with the meter dunk. And as an added bonus, the defense can't make your meter disappear. If the defense happens to collapse on you, you still will be able to time the meter with a layup attempt. So unless the paint is completely empty, you should be forcing the meter every single time to try to trigger a dunk. There's no downside to it. Yet, with the way this next move is working, you might not even want to dunk. Layups in 2K26 are extremely fun to use. It's at 24 levels of speed for speedy finishers like Steph Curry or Ja Morant, while paint bullies like Ant or LeBron bulldoze you out the way. I really can't wait to share how this changes the way we make builds in NBA 2K26 tomorrow, but just know, if you go to a paint with floaters or scoops, it's no longer a guaranteed block in the paint. and I love it. But I need y'all to promise not to bully me for what I say next, because I'm definitely considering making a post score in NBA 2K26. I know, chill. But not only are under basket standing dunks dominant again, but post go-to shots are a welcome addition to completely sauce and paint defenders. I can see Dirk right now using Wemby's or LaMelo's shot to create insane space in the post. But even better, the post go-to shots that have a dribble in there first can be canceled and speed boost out of, which creates insane combo possibilities for all my dribble guys. While footwork specialists like Black Cobra can step through, spin you to death. Main point here is, don't ignore those animations in the builder. Lastly, I want to make a public announcement right now. I will not be throwing any oops during block community runs. Y'all couldn't catch oops when they had one button to worry about in 2K25. Now you got 4 to worry about, and most of y'all love selling me on purpose. So don't even ask me, don't beg me on the break. The answer is no, I'm not throwing it. Last thing I will say about the finishing though, you can try them slow down Euros if you want to. And you might, emphasis on the might, get one. But I'm telling you right now, if I'm in the paint, I'm sending that to next week. You've been warned. All in all, offense is everything we could have hoped for. Dynamic ways to score the ball, multiple play styles being viable, dribble guys returning to final form. It just looks beautiful. Will it stay that way?
I have no idea, Kaz. I don't know why she won't just talk normal. It's like she's trying to... It's like an AI presentation. It's like instead of her just talking and being normal, she's 2K26. It's like, just talk. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm about ready to fall asleep, gang. I'm hearing the same thing from every single video. It's the only real video that we've heard so far was really Joe Knows. He started explaining stuff and things like that. These other videos, people just glazing the game. Like, it's OP. Like, bruh, hearing the same stuff over and over again.
Knows the game technically isn't out yet and could change, but I think I can speak for most of us who were at community day when I say 2K26 feels refreshing, but most importantly, fun. Don't get it twisted though. This is definitely an offensive heavy game, sort of like 19 and 22. With that being said, I know why most of y'all are here. As a primary...
Look at this, bro. Look. Look at this. I want y'all to see this, bro. I'm not even trying to be funny. This is what I'm talking about.
It's definitely an offensive heavy game, sort of like 19 and 22. With that being said, I know...
Just be yourself in the vid.
Most of y'all are here. As a primary lockdown, an elite 3-5 defender, how do I feel about the defense in NBA 2K26? Well, remember how I said most low skill players will be getting exposed this year? Well, how you answer that question will reveal your skill as a defender. To the casual fan, it's gonna feel like defense is completely non-existent. While skilled defenders will manage fine, though we will be frustrated. The responsiveness of the game is felt on both sides. I can keep up with most ball handlers. But with all the skill changes in 2K26, the bulk of the work is in changing our mindset when it comes to defense. Let's be real, 8 hours is just not enough time to give definitive answers and test everything. But if you don't want to be barbecue chicken on defense in NBA 2K26, you're gonna have to learn to master these defensive skills. Blitzing is the only way to consistently get on-ball steals in NBA 2K26. So as a defender, play a specific hand of a ball handler. Then anticipate when they will speed boost to the side you're playing. Beat him to the spot and press square as they start to move to blitz their hand, and hopefully end up with the steal. But I'm telling you right now, be careful. The ball's box detection, pause, is much smaller this year. So if you're off in your timing, you'll either get thrown off the play or end up fouling. Stealing the ball is extremely easy in NBA 2K26 if you learn the secret to playing passing lanes. Here's how to do it. Position yourself in the sweet spot off ball between the ball handler and your man. Then anticipate the pass and press square at the right time to steal the ball. Letting you know right now, passing lanes are OD in NBA 2K26. And since the other methods to defend at a high rate are cooked, I bet not hear one guard ask for lanes to be nerfed. Or on my mama, I'm blocking y'all immediately for utter stupidity. Your defense sucks in NBA 2K26. And let me tell you why. The reason you're stuck at 60 win percentages and keep getting your ankle snatched anytime you touch the court is because you equate good defense with the number of steals and blocks you generate. And boy, let me tell you, you're sorely gonna be disappointed with the defensive tools in the game. While it's cool to be an absolute menace and just swipe at the ball, in reality, legendary defenders play legendary positional defense. First, I know it's not flashy, but when you play for the stop, bump guards all the way down. Use
y'all saying she a lockdown. I don't even think she's that. Like, when I look at a lockdown, I'm looking at somebody that's a real lockdown. I don't even think she's a lockdown, bro. Keep it real with you. I'm hearing the same stuff we heard last year, bro. The same stuff we heard last year.
your help effectively and let go of your pride when needed by rotating when you're beat, defense in NBA 2K26 will be hard but not impossible. And if you go into the game with this mindset, you'll increase your win percentage in no time and play spectacular defense. I'm gonna be honest, the contest system in NBA 2K isn't completely broken. Most of y'all just have zero IQ when it comes to defense in 2K. And since y'all understanding of a good shot contest needs more work than my IRL ball handle, to ensure y'all don't keep selling me on stream, I'ma help you out and give you a 3-question checklist to ask yourself before you go running to Ronnie on Twitter trying to cuss him out about the contest system in 2K26. So, question number 1, are you in front of the ball handler before he goes up for a shot? If you're anywhere on his side or closing out late, that is in fact a dead-eye shot and you just gotta play better defense. Question number 2, does said shooter also have a high mid-range or 3-point shot and or is much taller than you? If that's a yes, you will indeed need to jump, or you stand a high chance of getting a green bean facial for lack of defensive contest. Yeah, baby boo, them shots are open. Question number 3, and this one's the most important, is that same said shooter under 6'3" and therefore running around with platinum mini marksman? If the answer is yes, use them $200 Kobe's that you got on and press triangle to jump. If not, all of those shots are open. So let's recap. What did we learn?
They sped up 25. That's what we learned. That's what I learned. I don't know about the chat, but I took from this a sped up 25. And changes will be made. Patches are already guaranteed. People are already complaining on Twitter. That's what I got from this.
Test system in 2K26 emphasizes good defensive positioning. That is true. But with green or miss, no dip catch and shoots, and the OD rhythm shooting changes, that's simply not gonna be enough. That's not even mentioning quick stopping, standing dunks, and boosted layups. So as much as it pains you as a defender, get off your feet and jump, because it's clear 2K26 is going to be an offensive heavy game. So the majority of the time, it's going to reward the players with the most skill, aka people making tough buckets. Ghost contest isn't gonna save you for bad positioning. And to be honest, it's not something we should be begging Mike Wang for. Hand down, man down. But that goes for the paint as well. 2K25 gave y'all some bad habits as rim defenders, especially when you got low interior, which we'll definitely harp on tomorrow. But the fact is, if you're standing under the rim and expecting to get a contest on layups or dunks, you will in fact, in 2K26, get boomed on. No pun intended. The same thing goes for rebounding. Good positioning is the key to hauling in boards. I grabbed several rebounds over taller defenders, including one with 6-foot Cheryl Swoops over 7'4" Wemby, because I focused on what? Say it with me, boxing out before jumping for the board. You'll also get more of my W adventures later today, but greening rebounds isn't as common as you think, and it doesn't matter nearly as much as getting to the box out, which is refreshing because in 2K25, that's the whole reason I stopped playing stage, because the attribute mattered more than the skill. So I'm telling you right now, as somebody who plays 3 through 5 at a high level, don't overthink it. The rebounding feedback meter in NBA 2K26 literally has one job, and that's to train you hard-headed, delusional knuckleheads in the 2K community to recognize when is the right time to jump for the rebound. So if you green a rebound and miss, the majority of the time is because you didn't position yourself correctly. You need both positioning and timing to get paid as the board man. Don't say, I ain't never put you on, but it's clear with the near 8 hours I had with the game, 2K is finally taking the training wheels off. They're giving every part of the 2K community an opportunity to showcase their skills. So you guys need to get in the lab, hone your skills, but most importantly, have fun. Because that's what I did with my time at Community Day. Is the game perfect? No. There are some issues with it, but it's clear that 2K is confident about this year's game. Not only will they give us 7 days early access, a first in 2K's history, but with the builder reveal tomorrow, you'll see exactly why the majority of creators coming out of Community Day, both comp and casual, are excited for this year's release. But like I've been saying this entire video, 8 hours isn't nearly enough time to get a true feel for the gameplay. So I'll be casting my full judgment when the game releases and have a full review by the launch on September 5th. In the meantime, there's so much more to talk about. The W has been fully integrated in my team and it absolutely shocked me. So make sure to hit that sub button and turn on your noties because at 2 p.m. Eastern, I will be dropping my team first impressions. But if you need something right now to hold you over in the meantime, go ahead and tap this video on the screen. And on that note, All
right, what's next, chat? What is next? Whoa, we didn't want to do that. Hold on.
You've got the magic touch.
I played NBA 2K26 early, and today I'm gonna be giving you my 100% honest opinions on everything I liked and everything I didn't. For example, I loved that you could actually speed boost out of different dribble moves. Last year, it was basically if you didn't have Steve Francis, you were cooked. This year, there's definitely more variety. One thing I didn't like is the ball switching hands without me even touching my controller. This made comboing up super annoying, but don't worry, I found out 2K did add a way around this that I will explain later in this video. We're also gonna go in depth on all the changes to the dunk meter, rhythm shooting, dribbling, post scoring, speed boosting, bump steals, and all the brand new features introduced for the very first time in NBA 2K26. Starting with my favorite new addition, quick shot timing. I'm calling it right now, this is going to be the most overpowered addition to shooting we have ever seen. If y'all aren't familiar with quick shot timing, basically it's a feature where if you hold LT before you shoot on a catch and shoot shot, you will drastically increase the speed of your jump shot. Here's a side-by-side comparison so you can see for yourself just how fast quick shot timing makes your jump shot. Now for the My Team heads watching this video, it might be a little hard to learn 5 different players' jump shots and then also learn 5 different quick shot timing. But for those of y'all that play My Player, aka the Park, Rec, Pro-Am, whatever, I highly suggest you master this feature. Think about how many games you play with your My Player. Hundreds to thousands of games using one singular jump shot. So if you take the time to learn your quick shot timing like it's your actual jump shot, you will quite literally never be contested every time you take a catch and shoot shot. I can't stress how important it is that you take this new feature seriously, especially if you're a spot up build like a Lockdown or a Popper. And if you're worried that it looks too hard to time, after 30 minutes of labbing, I was able to green consistently with Brandon Podziemski on Hall of Fame difficulty. Trust me, you will be fine. Now enough yapping about that, let's cover a feature that I really don't like, which is the brand new lob system. More specifically, we're talking about what I think is an unnecessary change, where whenever you throw or try and catch a lob, the player on the receiving end of the lob will get a random button prompt that they still have to time to complete the alley-oop. If you're a little bit confused, in previous years, all you had to do was throw the lob and you would always click X or square at the appropriate time and you would finish the lob. Easy enough, right? Well, this year it is no longer gonna be always X or square to finish your lobs. Instead, it could be any of the 4 buttons on your controller. So on PlayStation, X, circle, triangle, and square. On Xbox, A, X, Y, and B. And the reason I don't like this change is I just feel like it's pointless. It was intended to quote-unquote increase the skill gap in NBA 2K26, but I don't know about y'all, I just don't think that's a skill. I'm not gonna call someone trash for missing a random button prompt, and I'm also not gonna give someone props for hitting a random button prompt. Usually whenever you think of upping the skill, you want to be able to give someone props whenever they can do something that other people can't do. But I'm not gonna dab up my boy because he clicked circle instead of square. I just think it is an unnecessary change. I will say that at lower difficulties, it was always X and square depending on what console you're on, and then whenever I raised the difficulty to Hall of Fame, that's when I got the random button prompt. So that might mean that it might not be in every single game mode, but whatever game mode it's in, I am gonna find it annoying. The next thing we need to cover are the changes to the dunk meter. I'm gonna say this off rip, the dunk meter is better on NBA 2K26 than on NBA 2K25, but only for certain builds. And what I mean by that is dunk metering on taller builds felt like it was the easiest thing in the world. If you take a look at these clips of me trying to dunk meter with Giannis, you'll notice that I'm absolutely manhandling everybody and then finishing the dunk with a huge green window dunk meter. And this is on Hall of Fame difficulty, the highest difficulty we could put it on. And I want y'all to really focus on the size of the green window in the dunk meter. For taller builds, it is ridiculously huge, almost making it hard to miss contact dunks on taller builds. But if we look at the flip side and try to get contact dunks with smaller builds, like Anthony Edwards and Ja Morant, it was still very possible, don't get me wrong, but it was a lot harder and the green windows were visibly smaller. I'm sure in some of the clips the green window looks kind of the same as the Giannis ones, but in some of those clips the difficulty was set to pro just so I could see the changes in the green window for the dunk meter. And what I noticed is that whenever I go to Hall of Fame on a 6'4" or 6'3" build like Ja Morant, Anthony Edwards, getting contact dunks became increasingly more difficult. And that makes sense because 2K did say it is a dynamic dunk meter, which means the dunk meter changes as you go through your animation. So you'll notice in a lot of these clips I will start the dunk meter and my dunk meter will be very huge, and then a taller player will get in the paint that I'm trying to poster and my dunk meter literally goes to 0, where it's either not greenable at all or it's basically 1 out of 100 times you might hit the very small pure green window, which was a little concerning for me because as y'all know I love making like a 6'3" or 6'4" two-way all-around guard build that has high driving dunk, high defense, high shooting, and high playmaking. But man, after seeing this in quick play, it really does have me second guessing making a small guard with a high driving dunk. I might actually save my small guard builds for just shooting and playmaking and then make my tall guard builds have the high dunking so I can save attributes, because if I'm not going to be able to contact dunk consistently and it's going to be 2K25 2.0, I'd rather save those attributes in the builder for my small guards. It'll have to be something I test out more when the game comes out, but if I had to summarize it, if you're making a tall guard, I highly recommend that you up your driving dunk. I genuinely believe it is the easiest thing in the world built to dunk meter with high driving dunk on a tall guard build. But if you're making a small guard, we're gonna have to wait and see. Don't worry, I'm gonna test it out day one so y'all don't have to, but I just wanted to give y'all the pro tip now. Now, another thing we gotta talk about with the dunk meter is there's actually a brand new control for it that is so user friendly. If you notice on some of these clips, whenever I try to do the normal way of dunk metering, which is up on the right stick and then down on the right stick really quick, you'll notice that there's like a little bit of a hitch before I go up that interrupts the flow of gameplay. That happened on 2K25 too. I never really liked it. It's like my player's trying to do a hezi because that is up on the right stick. So what it looks like is he's doing a hezi into a dunk meter, which wasn't what I intended. But on NBA 2K26, there's a new control where all you have to do is hold down on the right stick and it activates the dunk meter. And just like I highly recommend y'all get used to the quick shot feature, I highly recommend y'all do this method of dunk metering instead. Just hold down on your right stick and time it. And by time it, I mean release the right stick when it's in the green window. Way easier than flicking up and down on the right stick. You will never get a hitch or a hezi. It feels so fluent in game, at least in quick play. Obviously, we haven't tested out online. It might feel different. But by the end of community day, I was only dunk metering by pulling my right stick down and timing it that way. And not only did it feel better, it felt like this is how it's always should have been. So I'm really glad 2K made that change. Hopefully, they'll keep that change in future releases. Now, I feel like I've been yapping about the dunk meter for too long, so we're going to come back to standing dunks later, but do not miss that part because trust me, there is something you need to know about standing dunks. For right now, let's talk about the dribbling. Every year, everybody wants to know about the dribbling because that's what makes or breaks a good 2K game, in my opinion. If the dribbling feels super stiff and robotic, it will never be fun because you cannot combo up and you can't get open effectively without everyone using the same one or two moves to do it. So this year, I'm happy to say a lot of dribble moves looked really good. And y'all don't have to take my word for it. Look at the screen, bro. I'm showing everything that I'm talking about. You can personally see yourself that the dribble moves look faster. 2K did say that the game speed is increased by 10 or 15%, so maybe that's helping to contribute for the look of it looking way better. But I also...
Chat, we hear the same stuff from almost everybody that was at community day, bro. The same exact stuff. We hear it every single year, and it's the same story. The exact same story. Was there anybody that we didn't react to? Let me know, chat. Let me know how y'all feel. Let me know. I feel like we react to all of this stuff already. Alright, is that everything? Well, I mean, I think that's all, chat. So, I still have my same opinion. I might get back on here later. I might play some Madden, chill and have some fun. But I still have my same opinion. I think it's a sped up 25. And yeah, I think we've already seen the story before. Some of y'all just gotta realize what you've been dealing with these last couple of years. Or you could say we, because we all be playing the game, but I feel like I've already seen this multiple times. But yeah, chat. It's your boy J Mid. And yeah, man, we signing out. Glove Mo Shot 2025. And I'm gonna see y'all later, man. How do I end this? Let me see.